Joe Buck on the final call, and it's even better when you can say never. And when it's never happened, it's pretty sensational. And baseball, when it's never happened, when they track everything forever, and it's never happened, it's pretty sensational. And in fact, it's never happened in any of the sports that play 7-game series, which makes it even more crazy what you just watched. I don't know you'll ever see it again. Where in a 7-game series, the road team won every single game, and the Washington Nationals came from behind late in that game. Talk about A.J. Hinch and his managing of the bullpen, but there's a party still going on in your nation's capital, and it's got nothing to do with politics. It's because their baseball team, for the first time, like in forever, well, the 30s, are the champions of baseball, and it's pretty sensational. Good morning and happy Thursday. Happy Halloween. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, Hoser, and Jason all dressed up as radio or whatever.
Ourselves this
morning.
Hey!
What's up, y'all?
The most unlikely of champions, especially after that 3-game stretch in Washington. 1 run a game, and here they go, coming back. 7th inning or later, Anthony Rendon was fantastic. The team that, till the end, it's part of their motto, gets it done, and it was the withering of the Astros and the rising of the Nationals, because you can't have a win and a comeback sometimes without a little bit of a collapse. And there's going to be a ton of questions for the Houston Astros in such a tight game. Was Zach Greinke coming out the right thing in that situation? Why'd you leave Garrett Cole in the bullpen? Questions that will be asked and are going to be years and years of what if for A.J. Hinch and the Houston Astros.
I think there's going to be a lot of what if, and I think it's fair to look at what A.J. Hinch did and how he did it, and that's the managerial microscope, especially in Game 7 of the World Series. And Zach Greinke was pitching well. You took him out, and you had Garrett Cole heating in the bullpen, right? Greinke giving up 2 hits at that point when they took him out. And if you got Garrett Cole heating, didn't you expect them that's where they were going to go?
This is where sports and being stuck in your ways hurt you, because it's a whole, it's a starter in the bullpen. He can't come in with a runner on base. He's got to have a clean inning because he's a starter. Well, then don't put him in the bullpen.
Don't put him in the bullpen.
Garrett Cole's ready to go. He knows what's up. This isn't a classic. He's got the day to work out. He's got a long toss. He's going to get ready for the game. He understands the situation. That's why he's available in the bullpen. It's one of the most frustrating things. You hear it all the time. They talk about it on the broadcast. You know exactly that's what A.J. Hinch was doing. Well, he's a starter. He can't come in on base. He's not used to it. That's why I go to a reliever. No, that's your most talented arm in the bullpen. Harris got dinged up the game before. He was really good, but you could tell they were on him. And it wasn't the worst pitch that Howard Kendrick hit out, but he hit one out, and it changed the game. You lost the World Series. So stuck in your ways are coaches sometimes that you leave your most talented pitcher in the bullpen just because you can't come in with a runner on base.
Yeah, I can't agree with that more, actually. If you're going to go with this odd situation, Garrett Cole knew, I think, when he woke up, well, not I think, I know, Garrett Cole knew when he went to bed last night that there was a real good chance he was going to be used out of the bullpen for the first time in his pro career. And he only once, you saw the stat, only one time in college at UCLA had he come out of the bullpen, and never as a professional in the minor leagues or in the big leagues. And that's fine. And we watch it all the time. You've seen, look at Corbin in this series. Look at how many times he's come out of the bullpen. Look over the years, Clayton Kershaw coming out of the bullpen. Look at, every series, the ace has come out of the bullpen in key moments to close big games in situations very much exactly like we watched last night. And so for A.J. Hinch to have him warm up, if you're not going to trust him mentally to come out in a situation where you need him, then don't heat him up and don't trust him to come out in a fresh inning. Then
we see it all the time in those situations with starters that go to the bullpen. Oh, you want him to start the inning. Well, if he's your most talented player, you need him in a one-run game.
Let me bring
you make that decision to pull Zach Greinke, who's doing fine.
Who was fine. Who actually was actually really good yesterday. Was really good.
He was great.
Yes.
Way better than I expected him to be
yes.
in that situation. And not only do you have the questions of, well, you just lost the World Series, Garrett Cole took that personally last night.
Well,
and right after the game was over,
Yeah.
he wasn't even wearing Astros gear. Like, he didn't want to talk. He said, am I still an employee of this team? I'm a free agent now.
Did he say that?
Like, he was
He said
done.
that?
Yeah. He said, I'm not an employee of this team. I guess I'll represent myself.
Wow.
Like,
yeah,
he was
gone.
upset. And that's one of the shocking things is just how the Houston Astros have money. And they've been in the World Series. They're winning a lot. And the talk was, oh, he's signing with the Angels. Like, he's immediately gone. And
where did we see something like this? Because this is ringing a very familiar bell. That a player was same exact thing in a big situation. They didn't go to him. Man, is this just deja vu for me, or did this happen recently
I'm
to
sure
somebody else?
we'll figure it out. But it's a bit of a trickle-down effect now all of a sudden for the Houston Astros, who I thought it was kind of wild that they were never even considering of signing their best pitcher. Because no one ever talks about the Astros re-signing Garrett Cole. It's just, what money is he going to get in the offseason? He's going to go somewhere else. Well, now he's sitting there going, dropping lines like that post-game, the frustration of not coming out of the pen in a situation where they had the lead, and who knows if he would have got dinged up, but that's the most talented arm you have left. Houston Astros.
Yeah. That was, yes. I think he gone. And in the moment, if you're AJ Hinch, you can't think about that necessarily, right?
No.
But I don't understand the getting him up, warming him up, and then going to Harris, who, by the way, to your point, had a struggle in his outing prior and has been a blowtorch. And boom.
Like, at this point in time, I don't care what you did in your previous
July.
9 outings, what you did in the ALCS.
Yeah,
They got to you yesterday. You're in a situation where you need your most talented arm out there.
I'm with you.
And it's just the cliche, can't have him come in with runners on base because he's a starting pitcher.
Let me give you an example.
And the Nationals took advantage.
All right, so I'm an example where it worked the other way. Game 5, National League Division Series. Dodgers are up by a run. They bring Clayton Kershaw in the middle of whatever the inning was, and he gets the strikeout, right? Well, you can't bring a starter in relief in the middle of an inning, right? They brought him in. He gets the strikeout, gets out of the inning. They send him back out to start the inning, and he gives up the 2 home runs. So it worked the absolute reverse of that, correct? The absolute reverse of what you're telling me and what A.J. Hinch was last night. To your point, he's your most talented arm. He's your best arm. I don't care if that's Joe Harris's role. This is Game 7 of the World Series. Somebody else is usurping your role because you know what? They're better. That's Garrett bleeping Cole, and he's got to come in.
How about Anthony Rendon in this situation? I saw this tweet yesterday.
Unbelievable.
Sam Fortier. Anthony Rendon in the 7th inning or later in the Nationals' 5 elimination games this season. Walk, double, home run, double, home run, double, home run.
It's pretty decent, huh? Yeah, first of all, in 5 elimination games to come up without getting out. So that's batting 1,000 with 2 walks. Walk, double, home run, double.
Mm-hmm. Just wow.
Yeah, no, it's wow. You could have gone there for MVP. I probably would have voted Soto. Who would you have voted for MVP?
I was thinking Rendon.
Muir? I was thinking Soto.
But the Strasburg with his performance yesterday,
I'm okay with
get
it.
them 7.
Make an Aztec the MVP. I'm down with it.
Aztecs winning titles all over the place.
That's right. Kawhi.
Back to back.
That's right. Kawhi and Strasburg. You know when I got a queasy feeling early, first 3-4 innings, when the Astros left 9 runners on base the first 3-4 innings, 5 innings, and you're thinking they're just leaving too many opportunities out there. I got it that they're up a couple of runs. But to me, I just felt queasy. Somebody asked me before the game, who you got tonight? And I said, I want to tell you Astros. I just don't feel it. Did you get that same feeling?
No, I was still on the Astros.
Really? All right.
But once, and yeah, it's in the moment after the fact, once I saw Scherzer doing fine, I was like, all right, here we go. We're going to really settle into this one. But Greinke, his pitch count was low. It was at 80 when he came out of the game. Like, I'm not like overzealous in going after Hinch at that moment in time. Home run, walk, that point in game, I could see a manager making a move. It was the pitcher he went to in that situation, not using Garrett Cole at all, and then just how clutch the Nationals were in elimination games this season, how big they were on the road. This team scored 3 runs at home.
Yeah, it's crazy. It makes us. We'll never see anything like this, I don't think.
We're on fire late innings on the road.
Yeah, I don't think in our lifetime we will ever see, and again, maybe we will. We never have before in any of the 3 sports. I just don't know how we see all 7 games go to the road team. It's just it's
First time ever.
Kooky. All right, you can get in on the World Series, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Here's your guest list for today. 7:30 this morning, Lobo receiver Jordan Kress is going to be with us, who's kind of emerging as their go-to guy. Lobos are on the road. They'll be in Reno on Saturday to take on Nevada Saturday nights. We'll catch up with Jordan Kress at 7:30. 8:30 this morning, Jerry Palm will be with us from CBSSports.com as we flip the calendar and go into the first November weekend of the college football season, and things certainly heating up. So that's your guest list. The phone number is 505-246-0610. Come on in. We got a lot of NFL to talk about. You got a game tonight, an intriguing game tonight. Big injury in that game we'll let you know about. Gigantic injury in the NBA last night. A big fight in the end. Well, a brawl. Would you call it a fight?
I'd call it a cat fight.
I get what you did there. I know. I see what he did. And Baker Mayfield and Jamal Adams. There's a lot of sensitivity in the NFL as well. It's the opening drive. Happy Thursday to you. Happy Halloween. It's on ProView Networks at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is 7:12. Let's take another look at Thursday's morning's commute. So far, it hasn't been scary, folks. Maybe the scary thing is that, but things are looking good out there. No major accidents or delays right now, but if you happen to see something, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. This report is also sponsored by Indeed.com. Indeed, used by over 3 million businesses for hiring, where business owners and HR professionals can post job openings with screener questions, then sort, review, and communicate with candidates from an online dashboard. Learn more at Indeed.com/hire. For Sports Animal Traffic, I'm Josue. Blah, blah, blah.
4K a day. Your chance to win big just by listening to us. Listen weekdays for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the keyword to 95819 and you could win $1,000. What can you do with the money? Anything you want. Message and data rates may apply. 4K a day, sponsored locally by Fiesta Kia. A huge selection and a doggone great deal. Get ready to win on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Blake's Lottaburger is bringing back a fall favorite. It's their pumpkin pie milkshake. Enjoy a fresh piece of pumpkin pie blended to perfection with Blake's creamy vanilla milkshake. It's genius. The pumpkin pie milkshake. Available for a limited time.
Now that you can get your favorite Chili's 3 for $10 meals delivered, anywhere can be your own personal Chili's. So?
Hi, welcome to my house.
Welcome to the meat lovers section of my in-laws vegan barbecue. Burgers, finally.
Welcome to my therapist's office, where it's okay to eat your feelings. And quesadillas.
Welcome to Chili's Delivery. Order online at chili's.com/delivery and get all your favorite 3 for $10 meals, like Cajun chicken pasta, delivered right to you wherever you are. At participating restaurants only. 3 for $10 not available via third-party platforms. Delivery fees apply.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical, not for sale to minors. Website restricted to adults 21 and over.
Let's be real. Most smokers aren't looking for some overcomplicated vaping machine. That's why we created MyBlue. MyBlue is simple. Our pre-filled liquid pods mean there's no mess. One charge and MyBlue lasts all day. And with our range of flavors and nicotine options, you have a choice. MyBlue answers on what matters for smokers. Real nicotine satisfaction. And right now, try MyBlue for $1 at select retailers or MyBlue.com.
You've been hurt at work. The workman's comp checks are supposed to be coming in, but they're not. The bills are piling up and no one seems to care. You have a friend in the Fogel Law Firm. In New Mexico, workers' compensation has its own court, and you need a lawyer that specializes in workers' comp. Personal injury lawyers don't have the expertise for workers' comp claims. Call the experts at the Fogel Law Firm to review your case for free. Call 255-9092 or visit Fogel, Fogel, lawfirm.com.
Has your car been blindsided? Make the right call to Quan's Auto Body. With our certified collision repair and top quality customer service, you'll be sure to score with this decision. With 39 years of local experience, Quan's Auto Body is the only choice you should ever need when it comes to choosing an auto body shop. Come and see the guys who make it better at any of our 3 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Quan's Auto Body. We make it better. Visit quans.com.
Do you love football? Then get with the program and get down to Hooters to catch the game, crazy good wings, ice cold beer, and the best fans on the planet. You love wings. You love ice cold beer. And who doesn't love the world famous Hooters girls? All the games, all season. Hooters.
Catch all the games at Hooters and enjoy great specials like a draft beer and 10 boneless wings for only $10. Served up by the world famous Hooters girls.
It's time for some straight talk. You've got real work to do, but everyone's sucking up the free Wi-Fi faster than a Mocha Choco double frap on ice. So be your own hotspot. Now with Straight Talk Wireless, get 10 gigs of hotspot data with the ultimate unlimited plan. Just $55 a month on America's best 4G LTE networks. You don't have to find a hotspot. You are the hotspot. Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less.
Compatible device and SIM required. Excludes the 2-line plan. See straighttalk.com.
Flo here with a word that's just weird. Terry cloth. Who exactly is Terry? And why does he get his own fabric? Did he journey below SPF 50? Fight off some weeds in his daffodils? How about a word for everyone? Flotection. Yeah, I just made it up. But I'm not making up how great it feels when me and Progressive protect your new home. Ever think of that, Terry? No. Terry only thinks of himself.
Save an average of 17% on car insurance when you bundle home and auto through Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Football for you tonight here on The Sports Animal. Niners Cardinals. David Johnson ruled out for Arizona tonight. Set your fantasy lineups accordingly. David Johnson, well, not ruled out. Not expected to play. How about that? Not expected to play. So he is questionable ankle injury. It looks like Kenyon Drake is really going to have a prominent role because Chase Edmonds is also listed as questionable.
It is your classic running back by committee.
Well, you don't even know who's going. I mean, that's the whole thing. You got to wait for Thursday inactives before
Alfred Morris in there.
Alfred Morris.
Got some Kenyon Drake. You're gonna see a whole lot of Kyler Murray running for his life.
What do you want me to do, Jalen Samuels or Freeman this week?
I'm waiting on James Conner status, and then all in on Jalen Samuels.
I think he's out. Yeah. Well, I'm going to make this change. I mean, does it matter if you're like 1-7?
No,
it don't matter, right?
Not at that
Come
point,
on, man!
no.
I'm trying to position for the toilet bowl. There's like a consolation prize to get in the toilet bowl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not as much as I thought I won it once. It's not a lot. All right, we got big NBA news. We'll get there in a minute. Again, if you want to get in on baseball yesterday, jump in on the World Series. Your thoughts on the Astros, on the managerial stuff. I texted you a little before the game. I said I don't know if they're going to say anything, but Alex Bregman's grandfather, his mom Jackie's father, his maternal father, and condolences to Jackie and to the Bregman family and to Alex. Jackie's dad passed away yesterday, and so they're coming back, and obviously they've got a lot of family stuff that they're going to deal with now. Mr. De Oliveira did live here, but Alex was playing with that, and whatever that means to you. But condolences to their family. That's always tough, and I know Alex was pretty tight with his granddad.
Alex did share it via social media prior to the game, so they addressed it on the broadcast, and sad to hear something like that, and unfortunate.
Yeah. All right, so you can get in on any of that. You want to go NBA first because that's more pressing, probably.
Yeah,
that's bigger news. So,
it was exciting last night.
Well, we'll get to the cat fight here in a minute, because I think there's bigger news than that. Mm-hmm. And when you got an MVP who's broken his hand on a team that's already without their other star,
Draymond told you. He told y'all.
What did he tell y'all?
They ain't good.
They ain't good. Well, they got even less good yesterday. First of all, in the new NBA, the Phoenix Suns beat the Warriors 121-110. Okay, that's the new NBA, so get used to that.
But we got to also add in, before we get to the big part of this story.
And there's big,
it was
big, big news here.
43-14 Phoenix into the first quarter.
Say that again.
43-14. And the big
43.
news had not happened yet.
Yeah. Steph Curry broke his hand. Left hand. It was a hard fall. His hand went in a bad way. They are going to do their MRIs and their X-rays and all their medical stuff, but he's out. He broke his left hand. He'll have an MRI and a CT scan, and then they'll determine how long he's going to be out. But ESPN's reporting he's got a fracture in the second metacarpal. That's up in the hand. That's below or above, whichever way you want to say, off of the index finger, into the hand, off of the index finger, left hand. So down into the hand. So he's gonna miss time. So they're without the Splash Brothers. There are no Splash Brothers actively playing in the NBA right now, and it's a group. Klay Thompson's out, Kevon Looney's out, Kevin Durant is gone. So they were asked if they're going to tank yesterday. Do you tank? They may tank inadvertently
by default because they're not any good.
They may tank.
And this was, when you look at Steph Curry, and outside of the New Orleans game last time out where he finally popped, he's dropped 26 points. He's been scoring, but he hasn't been good. And this is a big reality check for one of the most talented players in the league. He's going to be on that list of best shooters you've ever seen play basketball. This was going to be a struggle for him all season long. And now they kind of have the default, he gets a rest, they're not any good. But he was going to take a hit this season.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt because he's it, right? I mean.
But it was going to be kind of the reality of as good as he is, he's not that dude that can do it by himself. He just physically
Well, he's never
can't.
been, and we've had that conversation a lot of times, sitting right here.
So it's almost one where this kind of saves Steph Curry's not legacy, but just image for the time being, because he was going to get pushed around this season. That team was not going to win a lot of basketball games. Well, now he's hurt. It's all going downhill. How about that for the franchise? The dynastic Warriors just running the league, and then it all falls apart. Brand new arena this season, and you're going to get D'Angelo Russell and Willie Cauley-Stein leading the Golden State Warriors.
D'Angelo Russell, minus 30 yesterday. Had 17.
Jordan Poole, University of Michigan.
Glenn Robinson III. And these are your Golden State Warriors. These are you get used to them. And I don't know how many.
Eric Pascal.
I don't know what they've done as far as the national television schedule.
Maurice Spellman.
But these are your Golden State Warriors. All right, so that's your big story in the NBA. That's the biggest story in the NBA yesterday. So Steph Curry is hurt, and to your point, he's never. JJ, we've talked about it physically. Like he could take over a game from a different angle. Yeah. In a short term, but he can't take over a game like a physical specimen like a LeBron or an Anthony Davis or one of those guys. He just can't. And so, to your point, maybe I don't know. I don't want to tell you this is a good thing that he broke his hand because I don't believe that. But
saves him from some losing right now.
It's going to certainly save him from some losing. All right, the other big deal is the, as you call it, the cat fight. There was a fight in the NBA last night, and Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons
in there.
Got a little feisty, and there'll be some repercussions. Is that fair from this?
Yeah, there's going to be suspensions with Karl-Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid. Embiid was pushing Towns around in the paint. Embiid is that dude right now. He is the most physical presence in the NBA.
And he knows it, and he enjoys it.
And he took it right to Karl-Anthony Towns. And Towns, ahead of this matchup, he didn't say anything. He knew it was going to be tough. He said, hey, do you have a rivalry with Joel Embiid? You guys going to go back and forth? He's like, no, we'll let it play out. And it played out. To our Karl-Anthony Towns, who has a great start to the season, reality check with Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid said he didn't think he should. He didn't think he will be suspended. I think you feel kind of differently, right?
I'll probably see ya.
I mean, two guys hugging and bear hugging. There weren't a lot of punches. There was just a lot of grappling, would you say?
Yeah, it went down really quickly. It looked like...
And then a lot of dudes in suits came in.
Karl-Anthony Towns tried to get one off, but Embiid closed the distance and took it to the ground. And then tag team Ben Simmons, who came in and was like...
And there's a lot of dudes in suits.
So cold right there. You see it on Pro View. It's like, ah!
And then, I don't know, Embiid with his whole little shadow boxing afterward doesn't help the image as far as what are you going to do is in regards to suspensions and that sort of stuff. All right, we got more NBA. Oh, by the way, James Harden dropped 59 last night. Oh, by the way.
Something else happened involving a Washington squad where they're just like, we don't need defense tonight.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Kyle Kuzma came back last night. So there's a bunch of NBA stuff. Got to get to the NFL, too. Jordan Kress, Lobo receiver, is going to be with us when we come back. I hope you've seen the cars around town. I know you have. They've got the initials IPS on them. Do you know what they are? Do you know who they are? They're International Protective Service, and that's a security company I trust to watch my home. And all year round, it's an issue. And certainly now, as you're getting to the holidays, you may have more things on the patio. Porch pirates are going to become more relevant. IPS comes in really, really handy, and they help a lot. There's a lot of police, but they just don't have enough police to respond to all the break-ins, all the alarms that go off around our town. IPS responds to alarms at homes which they monitor, typically within 5 to 7 minutes with armed-trained security personnel. Hundreds of homeowners and business owners in Albuquerque and Santa Fe rely on IPS to protect their property. So if you've got a trip coming up, you're going out of town, even just for the weekend, IPS will patrol your home while you're away. They'll move your trash cans to the curb and back on garbage day, pick up your newspapers, your mail. Just give your home that lived-in look. Call IPS. 897-2420 is the number. 505-897-2420. You can go to ipsglobal.com. Those vehicles you see in your neighborhood, that means someone on your street refuses to be a victim of property crime. Don't wait until something bad happens. Let IPS secure what's valuable to you. Call them at 897-2420. Lobo receiver Jordan Kress when we come back on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at Golden Pride at abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
In the biggest little city in the world, Lobos will be in Reno, Nevada. Take on the Nevada Wolfpack. It'll be on ESPNU. You'll listen to it over on News Radio KKOB. JJ has the pregame show for you starting at 7:30 on Saturday night, right?
Got you.
It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Happy Halloween. Talk a little Lobo football. Lobos trying to snap a 5-game losing skid as they hit the road to play a Nevada team that's as well. Some bright spots for UNM offensively, and certainly our guest is one of them. Jordan Kress is a junior college transfer, junior receiver. 14 catches for 409 yards and 4 touchdowns on the season. He had a 100-yard game last Saturday against Hawaii with a touchdown reception, and he joins us on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Good morning, Jordan. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Excellent. Thank you. Happy Halloween. What you dressing up as? I know you are. What's up?
I'm not actually dressing up for it.
Come on, man. There's no big Halloween party tonight before you guys get on a plane and go to Reno? That's probably best.
I'm probably going to go ahead and dress up as myself, I think.
That's probably best. Well, dressing up as yourself has been pretty good. You're coming on and bursting onto a pretty good year in your first year at UNM. How's the transition to Division I football been for you?
It's been good. It's been good. I mean, I think when I first came out here in spring, I was doing my thing, but, that's just practice. And then once games started getting up and running, it kind of just changes the speed and everything. You notice that everybody's at the same level you're at. So every time the ball snaps, you got to be ready to go and be on your A1 game. So first couple of games, was kind of rough, just figuring stuff out here and there. Didn't have too many receptions. But then once I started figuring out the flow of the game, I just kind of snapped in and something kind of clicked, and I've just been running with it since.
Well, it looked like the New Mexico State game where you had 122 yards receiving, a couple of touchdowns, and a couple of big plays for you. It looked like that was the moment, and maybe I'm wrong, but it felt like that was the moment where, boom, I'm here, I belong, and I can be pretty good here.
Yeah, I would say probably after the first touchdown I caught that game, it got called back, and I think that's when I realized that you can really play your game here and do your thing. So that. After that, that's when everything just kind of clicked, and I told Tavaka, like, man, I'm ready to go, man. Let's just have a day today. So, and we just kind of snapped into it. So,
Jordan, first 2 years out at Butte JC, what were those years like for you? And then what were you thinking once you finally got that opportunity to play Division I football?
Out in Butte, it was pretty, kind of a struggle. I mean, every JC player will tell you that. I mean, it's not the easiest road. It's a big mental game. You have to overcome the mental game to, realize that, there's always grass that's green on the other side. Besides that, though, I mean, me and Brant became pretty close. He helped me out a lot, kept my head in the game, kept me on top of my game, always practicing, getting better to get to that next level. So once I got my first offer from UNC Colorado, and then I had got my offer from UNM. That's why I kind of figured, like, okay, I feel like I can really do this, and I could probably do something big at the next level. So,
and you mentioned Brant, Lobo quarterback Brant Hughes, who was a teammate of yours in junior college. What was it like to be able to come to the University of New Mexico and have someone you're comfortable with, especially at that position, work with you?
Yeah, I mean, it is nice. I mean, I did leave home the first time going to California for my Butte JC, so it wasn't too much of a struggle, transferring to a new school. But for him and everything coming down here, having somebody there, though, is always makes it 2 times easier. I mean, everything you do, you can be like, hey, man, I did this, and I talked to this person to help me out with this. And, what I'm saying, just getting insights on little things that we need help with and communicating with each other. about certain things rather in football or rather in the classroom. It helps a lot.
Lobo receiver Jordan Kress is with us. Loveland, Colorado, did the JUCO route, went to California, now is at UNM. The recruiting process when you're coming here, this is probably an offense that I'm going to guess, Jordan, you didn't know exactly what you were getting into, right? They were an option offense a few years ago. Then they're changing coordinators. You got Joe Daly coming in. When you came in, what did you expect your role to be, and is the role what you expected, or has it evolved?
I would say my role probably evolves. When I first came in here, I think I was just coming into, probably just be another receiver that probably help out the team, They do rotate a lot, so I checked that on film and everything, and I seen that some guys had established some roles. Q Jenner had some good highlights on there. I know a couple of the seniors that had left, and they did a great job as well doing out here. So I didn't know really what I was getting into. I didn't know what role they wanted me at. I didn't know if, that I was going to be coming out of the backfield, whatnot, looking like Alvin Kamara or whatnot. But I went ahead and, came here and I established myself in the playbook and did my time and grinded, and I came out with a top spot, so I'm pretty proud about that.
Yeah, your role right now is the Lobos' leading receiver at 409 yards and 4 touchdowns. You lead UNM in both categories going into the game in Reno. You said earlier you can go here and I can do my thing. What is your thing? As far as a football player, as a receiver, what is your thing?
I see as the wide receiver, it's an art. I study a lot of NFL film, college film. I watch a lot of, route running techniques, and I go out to the field and apply it. A lot of extra work in the weight room with Coach Saab. You can never, ever be perfected on your craft. That goes on any level. You always got to study the game, always got to see new things, see how to figure out how to set up a DB different, see how to read a different defense, coming in here. At JUCO, they didn't really have too many star defenses, so, picking up where that, other defender is, coming in with different fronts, odd front, you got to pick up on all those things, and that's all by film study, and that also helps you with your routes. Like I said, it's an art, so finding the zone, see if they're in zone, where's that zone going to be at when you run your route, if it's man-on-man, how are you going to beat your man, inside, outside release, all that, so.
Jordan, where's this team right now confidence-wise, especially on offense? You guys made some plays late, but now the focus is trying to find those big plays early in a game. How are you guys feeling working towards that, getting ready for Nevada?
Confidence is never a question. We're always going to be on top of our game, be ready to go. We do always come out really slow, and I think we're going to try to change that this week. We're going to go ahead and, probably toss the ball a little bit more this week. Their technique wasn't looking the greatest. Coach Baumgart had showed us that in film, and, he said we got to use our speed this week. Coach Davey had also practiced and preached on get off the ball faster. So, I've just been working on that this week and trying to get off the ball faster and start fast as well. Anytime the ball's in the air, first quarter, second quarter, we got to come down with it and try to get closer to the goal line to, get in the zone. That's our job as an offense is to score points. So we got to do our best job of doing that.
Jordan, after 5 losses in a row and everything's going on around the program, we hear all the time on our show, how are the players keeping it together? So I'll ask you that. From a player's point of view, with all the noise that goes around, how do you I know you hear it, and to say you don't, I probably wouldn't be even fair. But how do you guys as a team, how are you keeping this thing together? You still got a job to do. You've got games left on the schedule, and you're here to play football and win football. So football games, how do you guys keep it together with everything going on?
Losing or winning, we're all brothers. This is my family, Every day I come in here, you got to come in here and grind, keep each other's head up. We do get into some spiffles and fights here and there on the field, but that's what brotherhood's about, you know what I'm saying? If you don't expose yourself and let out how you're feeling or how you see something going on the field out in practice, then how are we supposed to go ahead and fix it? You know what I'm saying? That's what practice is for, is going out there and fixing it. You'd rather make mistakes in practice and make it out on the field, you know what I'm saying? You'd rather get yelled at by your coach during practice than on game day. So, we're just taking everything in right now. You do hear a lot of the noise. You do hear a lot of the, negative publicity going on right now. But, as a team, we're not backing down. We're ready to go. Every day is another day to get better. And every game is another opportunity, to show what the Lobos can do. I believe in this team 100%. I don't think, this 5 losing streak says anything about us. Coming in here every day, I mean, I see dudes coming in here getting extra effort, getting filming, talking to each other, staying up on their game. So, it all just comes down to just coming out and playing faster, honestly.
Yeah, because I know losing is not fun. And you guys play this game because it was fun. It's a game you've loved probably since you were a kid, I'm going to imagine. And so
sure.
You got a room of guys that are probably feeling the same way. And I'm going to guess the goal is, how do we make it fun again?
For sure. I mean, I'll be out there smiling and, winning and losing, you know what I'm saying? I go out there and talk to Tavaka, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I seen on this, you know what I'm saying? Guys talking trash on the field, you know what I'm saying? People telling us, we're a trash program on the field, you know what I'm saying?
They say that to you on the field? They tell you that on the field, that you're a trash program?
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? But you just got to stick up for yourself. You laugh at them, pick your head up. You ain't got to say nothing to them. I mean, you show what you can do. And when you beat them on a deep ball or you beat them on a route, I mean, they can't say nothing to you, you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, no, I think that would be motivation enough to go turn that thing around if I'm listening to some guy from whatever school I'm playing to tell me that. All right, anybody dressed up? It sounds Halloweenish over there. I don't know where you are, but it sounds spooky to me.
Yeah, I'm in here in the locker room. Guys is all caked up in here, ready to go, making jokes and everything like that early this morning. But I don't know if anybody's wearing anything too crazy. I got Lily in here. They be calling him Scooby. I don't know if he's going to go ahead and dress up as Scooby or anything like that. Got Jonah Levy over here. I don't know what he's going to dress up to. He was a caveman. I don't know, something like that. But
I got one for you. Go dress up as winners on Saturday night. Get on that plane coming out of Reno and dress up as winners and feel good about yourself. How about that one?
For sure.
All right. Hey, it's a pleasure catching up with you, Jordan. We appreciate you spending some time. Good luck in Reno. Safe travels. We'll catch up with you soon.
All right, I appreciate you. You guys take it easy this morning.
You too. Jordan Kress, junior receiver. I enjoyed that. And I hope that question's fair, because they all play because the game's fun, right? And losing, we've all been on teams that
Losing's terrible.
Losing's not fun. And so how do you make it fun again?
And we spent so much of our show, what's next for Louisville football? We're already looking ahead, just trying to get people excited. These dudes still have 4 games to play.
They have
to wake up every day, throw on those helmets, work.
Yep.
Get ready to go to Reno.
Yep. And that young man, honestly, that was a well thought out, cerebral. I really enjoyed that conversation, and I like where he was coming from, and I like the way he thinks, and I like the way he speaks. And you root for a guy like that, and he came here to contribute, and I'm sure they do on the field. Man, you guys are a trash program. How you like he just said it? They're on the field. They're being told they're a trash program.
It happened to Ned on the sidelines after one of Hawaii's receivers made a long catch. He ran out and he just looked over and Ned happened to be in the way and he's like, "You guys suck," and he just kept running.
Where was
this? The people on the sidelines. One of the Hawaii receivers made a big play last week.
Was saying that,
and the dude ran out and just kind of group people on the sidelines. And he's just like, "You guys suck," and then he runs back to the
damn.
Even Ned getting some shade there.
Yeah, see, I mean, that would be enough motivation, I would think. I mean, obviously, you got to go make plays. All right, respond to that, because I thought it was good. I thought it was interesting and certainly good perspective. It's the opening drive on ProView Networks at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is now 7:43. Let's take another look at this morning's commute here on Halloween Thursday morning. This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Well, no major accidents or no delays right now. Everything is looking good here for Halloween, so nothing spooky about that. But if you happen to see an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. Indeed, used by over 3 million businesses for hiring where business owners and HR professionals can post job openings with screener questions, then sort, review, and communicate with candidates from an online dashboard. Learn more at Indeed.com/hire. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by CDW, making IT solutions work for you. It's IT orchestration by CDW. CDW, people who get it. It's time to lower the boom on someone who doesn't get it. That's Jet Safety Jamal Adams. Sure, it's frustrating to spend 2.5 seasons in a losing environment, and yes, it's essential to maintain self-confidence and swagger. But then, after learning that he was the subject of trade inquiries from Dallas and Baltimore, Adams wrongly ripped GM Joe Douglas. The Rams don't take calls on Aaron Donald. The Patriots don't take calls on Tom Brady. That's where I hold myself in that regard, Adams ranted. For those of you who can remember, to paraphrase Lloyd Benson, Jamal, you're no Aaron Donald or Tom Brady. So while you may relish casting yourself as a victim, you have no reason to consider yourself one. Here's my unsolicited advice, Jamal. Time to man up, grow up, and shut up. I'm Boomer Esiason. Hiring can be a challenge, as Codable co-founder Gretchen Huebner discovered. Gretchen needed to hire a game artist for her education tech company. She went to ZipRecruiter.com, posted her job, and found the right person in less than 2 weeks. With results like that, it's no wonder 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, try ZipRecruiter for free at our web address, ZipRecruiter.com/go. That's ZipRecruiter.com/go. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
You check things all the time, like your email every 10 seconds, or your ex's Instagram. But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores to everyone for free, even if you're not a customer. And checking your score won't hurt your credit. We call it the Discover Credit Scorecard. And once you know your score, you should check to see if your current credit card is the best fit for you. Check your credit, compare your card. Go to discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
4K a day. Your chance to win big just by listening to us. Listen weekdays for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the keyword to 95819 and you could win $1,000. What can you do with the money? Anything you want. Message and data rates may apply. 4K a day, sponsored locally by Fiesta Kia. A huge selection and a doggone great deal. Get ready to win on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
MDC is hosting a hiring event on Tuesday, November 5th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge, 4120 Cutler Northeast. Kickstart your training toward your next exciting career. Start your journey by visiting mdcrecruiting.com.
Do you love football? Then get with the program and get down to Hooters to catch the game, crazy good wings, ice cold beer, and the best fans on the planet. You love wings. You love ice cold beer. And who doesn't love the world-famous Hooters girls? All the games, all season. Hooters.
Catch all the games at Hooters and enjoy great specials like a draft beer and 10 boneless wings for only $10. Served up by the world-famous Hooters girls.
In most situations, it's easy to debate who is the greatest of all time. But when you need collision repair, there's only one clear GOAT. Quans has won a Best of the City award for the past 6 years straight. Don't go to any collision repair shop. Go to the Better Collision Repair Shop at Quans Auto Body. Our award-winning customer service and certified collision repair makes Quans better than the competition. Make the better choice and visit Quans Auto Body in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho.
Mrs. Claus wants our ho-ho home renovated.
Then you need Rudolph's Rockin' Renovations. Win one at Isleta.
Win one of 16 home renovations from Dream Style Remodeling.
Rudolph's Rockin' Renovation.
Now through December 22nd at Isleta Resort and Casino.
When it comes to your health, what does delivering more mean? It means delivering more of the best and brightest, the state's only academic and research-based medical center. It means delivering more for families. It means adding technology, expanding services, making medical advancements, and reaching a higher level of care. Delivering more means access to New Mexico's only Level 1 trauma center, more area locations, and more personalized services. UNM Health. Delivering more.
My name is Jana, and this is my California closet story. At my home, it is just my daughter and I. She couldn't reach her clothes, so I was having to do everything for her. The day after she had her closet installed, my daughter was in there picking out her own outfit. I don't know why I get choked up about this, but it was such a big day. There she was being this big little girl, and it was all because of her closet. It was amazing.
Visit CaliforniaClosets.com for a free design consultation and start your California Closet story today.
Where sports and culture meet the weekend.
Local events,
concerts,
spectacles,
what's happening,
pulse of the city,
sports, and much more.
Hey guys, come join the conversation with Van and Fred every Saturday starting at 7 a.m.
ABQ Central, Saturdays from 7 a.m. till 9 on The Sports Animal.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Jordan Kress, global receiver, was with us, and I thought it was pretty good. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. You can send emails, Jeff at 610knml.com, JJ at 610knml.com. You can find us on the Twitter, _JJ Buck, on the Facebook, the OD, and the AM. Of course, we're on television. Comcast Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico on ProView Networks, ProViewNetworks.com. You can go to ProView Networks social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or you can go to our Facebook page, the OD, in the AM. Jerry Palm at 8:30. All right, so what'd you take out of talking to Jordan?
A lot of the same themes, just football-wise, that we've been talking about. They have to start better, find some big plays early in a game. Mountain West play, the Lobos are averaging 6 points in the first half. And they're 4 Mountain West games.
That just can't happen.
So they've scored 7, 14, 0, and 3 in the first half.
All right. I got emailed. Brant sent me this link. And it says, should football drop to the FCS level? And you're like, all right, I've heard this before. And it's a bunch of questions via Twitter that this writer is answering. Is it time to consider dropping to FCS or dropping football altogether? We're not investing in our program like other Mountain West schools, and we're going to fall further behind. Even San Jose State is making investments in their program. Would attendance decrease or increase with a drop to FCS? Is playing for an FCS championship equivalent to playing in a lower tier bowl game? Is there any hope for the future for football? Do we bounce back this year? If the team doesn't make a bowl game, is it time to look for a new coach? Given the disarray of the quarterback and injuries, if they don't win another game, also we'll same stuff, right? Losses have been rough. Do you think our record is good or not good enough? How do we? Okay, this is all. By the way, this was all about Nevada. This wasn't about New Mexico. Should Nevada football drop down? Should Nevada drop? Should Nevada drop football altogether? Should Nevada? The answers are really pretty interesting. But it's the same exact, right? I mean, just fill in the blank.
Well, what's unfortunate is how quickly people get to that moment. Nevada hasn't been bad for Nick.
They've been to bowl games 11 out of the last 14 years.
11 of the last 14 seasons they've been to a bowl game, and yet people already want to throw out there, maybe we're just not investing enough. Maybe this or that, we should drop down. Also, why do people think the FCS wants all these teams?
It's a great question.
Why do they want to then start dividing up what they have going on, their playoff system, all that? Fair. Like, you just assume you're going to drop down and win a bunch of games. Just going to assume that one of those conferences is going to want to, we don't make any money as is, but sure, come play in our conference and we'll spread out even more, mess with our travel. Like, it's not that simple. Right now, football is here. Football is moving forward at these universities. And that's got to be the first step, as opposed to everyone always going to drop down or cut it, because that's not happening right now. So is there anything left that you can push forward on that before thinking all these FCS conferences are going to welcome in all these teams?
Hey, they all want us. We're New Mexico. We're Nevada. They all want us. Hello, Rudy.
Good morning. Hey, first of all, congratulations to the Washington Nationals. I actually have a law school buddy whose son pitches for the organization and made it all the way up to AAA. So
that's cool.
You got to be feeling good about that story. Yeah. You know, to never ever have something like that happen too. And I was just like, the Astros have to win one game at home. Well, I guess they don't, do they?
Nope.
It was unbelievable. I don't know what was going on with the Astros, except that I think they tried to nurse that lead, and you just can't do it in a Game 7, you know. Had they gotten a couple more hits, or they gotten a couple more runs, they would have turned the pressure around. But it just seemed like from the fifth inning on in Houston, something happened to the Astros. Did you notice?
I just felt when they didn't score runs early, when they had all those runners on base and didn't convert that, I just thought they left too many out there.
Yeah, you can't leave 10 men on base on Game 7 at home.
Yep.
That doomed them. At the same time, you look at the Nationals; they actually beat what I considered the best team in baseball this year, the Dodgers.
Well,
they were on the brink of elimination, and there's some teams that can turn it on, and there's when they're in that situation, and some teams can't. And I think that was the difference in the series. Felt bad for Alex Bregman. You know, he kind of struggled in a couple of games. Then he had that big hit. Then he got the bat situation turned around on him by DeSoto. I thought the whole World Series was pretty compelling. On the Lobo football, when you hear a guy like Jordan Kress, you realize how much support these kids deserve. To still have that great attitude and to go out every day and compete and know that you're not going to go to a bowl game. I guess if by some miracle UNM were to win their last 4 games, you would, because you'd be bowl eligible. But we all have to look at the realistic picture, and
30.
Every single game that the Lobos go
Rudy,
into.
20 seconds. Yeah.
They're an underdog.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to have to play Air Force. Air Force is just rolling everybody.
Yeah.
20.
Hey, Rudy, I'm up against a hard break with the music playing.
Yeah.
I got to go, but I appreciate the call. Always do, because you're right. And Jordan Kress was great to listen to.
10.
During the week. Thanks, Rudy.
Thanks.
All right, come back with you. Jerry Palm at 8:30 on the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience.
So you got players for next year, it looks like.
Yeah, good.
Look at that.
Good base.
Bonitos. Happy Halloween. What are you dressing up as tonight, Josue?
Blah, blah, blah.
What does blah, blah, blah mean?
That's my dragon.
Dragon?
Count Dracula.
Oh.
Blah, blah, blah.
Caught him off guard.
Oh, I was wondering what the hell that
Come
was.
on, guys.
I was like, what the hell's he
So
doing?
it must have been that bad, right?
Well, I just didn't understand.
It worked better when I was practicing at home. Made my kids laugh anyways.
Yeah. Larry said JJ's right. What
Getting
makes
our
everybody
stuck
think?
traffic.
He said, "What JJ or Larry said JJ's right." He says, "Why does everybody think all these FCS conferences are just dying to have all these Mountain West schools or whoever else? Like you're gonna have? Oh yeah, well fine. You're underperforming there. Come on here. It works so well for the Big Sky in Idaho. Yeah. Now Idaho was a fit geographically, made total sense, right? They fit in with Idaho State and Montana State and Weber State and the schools up there. Like that totally. What makes you think they want you? I'm just curious. Oh well, then we'll go to Southland. We'll go with Stephen F. Austin and Incarnate Word and you mean all those schools are spending a bunch of money and competing with you now, and now you're going to drop down to their level, and you think that somehow you're going to be better than them? How are you going to feel? Just out of curiosity, all these and this is where the drop football completely people come out. Mm-hmm. Because how are you going to feel if you drop down to FCS and you go into the Southland or something, and you're finishing 5th in a league with
I think a lot
Christian?
of people would feel validated.
Validated?
Yeah. Like happy, like see,
we can never do football.
Away.
Now the next step is just get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
bigger parking lot. Maybe you can drop the price down.
Oh, but and by the way, now basketball's playing Stephen F. Austin every week, and Abilene Christian. You feel better about that too? Does that help basketball?
Well, that wouldn't happen.
Why? You're just convinced the Mountain West would keep New Mexico because they're New Mexico.
Well, that's what people believe, and I think people are willing to take that chance. They are Mountain West. You really going to push them out basketball wise?
Well, I yes. I mean, I just don't think that they're going to. New Mexico is everything that they think they are. Yeah, I do. I kind of do. But who's in without football right now?
No,
they would do it for New Mexico because it's New Mexico because they're pretty special.
Well, I think
I'm just asking.
No, I think there's a lot of layers to this conversation because I think at some point down the line, it's probably going to have to be asked, where is Division I football going?
Okay,
with as wide of a gap as there is.
Now, I figured reading that thing from Nevada would naturally parlay into this, into Stigler's conversation from the other day. Well, then grab Nevada and UTEP and New Mexico State. Or what if Nevada and New Mexico both went to the Mountain West and said, "Wow, we're done with football, but we want to stay in your league"? Would they let them both go? I hope it never gets to that point. I hope it never gets to that point. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. We'll get into the football here in a little bit. United secured a bunch of players. Options were exercised on, 13 players yesterday that played, including Devin Sandoval and a lot of the locals. And within a week of the season ending, they're already looking at next year and securing guys. Are those guaranteed spots, those contracts? I'm going to guess they are, right? So the team will look very similar with some tweaks that next year as they did this year and finish 10th in their expansion season.
It's a really good core to bring back. And to have that stability going into year 2, it's going to be big for the team. Definitely the community is excited with a lot of these guys coming back. And always going to have to be looking for who's going to be that next rookie. I thought, Daniel Bruce was a big find. They got some moments out of, Akamatsu and another young player, but he's one of 4 guys that's moving on, and this is going to be the challenge of keeping these guys here a couple years, scouting for under the radar guys that are just coming out of the college, along with maybe some veterans that are looking for one last shot. But that is a really good base to be able to bring back and already know what you're taking in the offseason.
Surprised that that Santi Moar and Kevon Frater were not on that list of guys who were retained. That doesn't mean they won't be, but we're not on.
I know they're still in discussion
right,
with
right.
like 5 players at this point in time. I'm not surprised because Frater he's super talented.
Very good
There's
early.
a reason that he's still bouncing around the USL Championship. There's a reason he hasn't been on the field the last few seasons. And I think it's just that getting him to that next level, just being a professional across the board, will really make him one of the top players in this league. And Santi, just wonder maybe what other opportunities are popping up. Is there somewhere else he wants to go? So all those things coming in. Is there maybe a little bit more money somewhere? But to be able to announce that many players coming back at this point in time is really good for the franchise.
Yeah. All right. Born email says JJ's been hot lately. It's you. If he only knew, huh? If he only knew. Jeff, you made a great point yesterday. Instead of this continuing fantasy of 35,000 in that place, let's stop the bleeding first. Let's figure out how we're going to get a realistic number like 20 or 25,000 back in University Stadium. I think that's fair. I think that's right. I think that's right. Just here's my deal, and I've been telling you this for a long time. Let's stop the talk about dropping football. Let's stop the talk about de-emphasizing, because that's not where it's going. It's not, and I'm going to tell you from my perspective, vehemently, it's not where it should go. Figure it out, and let's instead of de-emphasize, let's re-emphasize, and make a run at being, to your point, 20, 25. Let's make a goal of 25,000 instead of 35,000, and I get it. You want the product to be better, and that's got to happen, and everything. They had a short run up this year because their deal with Outfront came in late, and obviously there's money issues. But I don't think. I know that's not where it's going. So, this is from Robert. He says, Lobo Sports is like buying a boat, always needing money for this and that. Drop all sports. Gather all players from all sports. Buy them one-way ticket home and one pizza, and we're over all of this BS. Really? All right.
Done with sports.
I guess that's
done
an
with
option.
sports.
It's not an option that's going to happen. But, Robert, I tell you, everything requires continuing to put money in it. Your home, your car, your kids, your lifestyle, your sports. I mean, it's not a one time. Like give me one thing where you buy it once and you don't have to deal with it ever again. Your garage door, nope. Your pantalones, like give me one thing you buy one time. What is it you buy one? I mean, aside from food, but you're always buying food, so that's not right either. Like he says, you're always having to put money into athletics. Well, yeah. I mean, What is it that you buy one time and you never have to buy again? A door lock? How about that? Lock on your front door. I bought it once and it'll last me 50 years. All right.
Well, but you could buy it again. I mean, you change or you lose your keys or something happens.
All right. Give me something that you buy once and never have to buy again.
I don't think there's anything out there like that, maybe.
That you don't have to put money into, and whether it's continual or it's periodic. Because Robert's saying you always have to put money. It's like you buy a boat, you need money for this and that and that.
Yeah, you got maintenance and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like life, right? I mean, what is it you don't have to keep reinvesting in? I'm struggling coming up with something. What is it? Oxygen?
Well, you don't buy it in the first place, but
and you need that pretty much every other second.
Might have to. We don't
soon.
have to buy.
Yeah, right. You might have. Robert, I mean, I understand your point that in a large scheme, you always have, but I'm going to tell you that's life, isn't it? What is it? Help me. Listening. What do you buy once and you don't have to keep putting money into it? You just, all right, I got it. I'll never have to deal with that again. I don't have something. Coffee table? Maybe a coffee table.
Yeah.
Coffee tables last forever, dude.
No.
You get a nice one? The kids don't jump on it? No, not a coffee table? How about like a...
well, you're not like reinvesting in it, so sure.
Yeah.
Like an object that just...
Yeah. A nightstand?
There.
I mean, you see my point?
Yeah.
All right, whatever. You can tell me to shut up. It's just fine. I got more emails. We'll get into that. When we get back, ready for the NFL game tonight, injury-wise, we got to get into Baker Mayfield and Jamal Adams because the sensitivity that's running rampant in the NFL amongst its stars is somewhat startling. It's the opening drive. We're on ProView Networks and 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is now 8:10. Let's take another look here at Thursday morning's commute. This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Well, we have a couple of crashes. We have a crash at San Antonio and Louisiana. We also have a crash eastbound on I-40. And so the crash at Louisiana right now, that has north and southbound delays happening in that one. If you see an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. Indeed, used by over 3 million businesses for hiring, where business owners and HR professionals can post job openings with screener questions, then sort, review, and communicate with candidates from an online dashboard. Learn more at Indeed.com/hire. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
4K a day. Your chance to win big just by listening to us. Listen weekdays for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the keyword to 95819 and you could win $1,000. What can you do with the money? Anything you want. Message and data rates may apply. 4K a day, sponsored locally by Fiesta Kia. A huge selection and a doggone great deal. Get ready to win on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
The biggest sale ever at Quality on Lomas has been extended. Blocktoberfest with savings clearly marked on every vehicle. Hurry in for Blocktoberfest savings at Quality on Lomas Northeast from Pennsylvania to Texas.
Quality by DiLorenzo.
QualityDeal.com.
Has your car been blindsided? Make the right call to Quan's Auto Body. With our certified collision repair and top quality customer service, you'll be sure to score with this decision. With 39 years of local experience, Quan's Auto Body is the only choice you should ever need when it comes to choosing an auto body shop. Come and see the guys who make it better at any of our 3 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Quan's Auto Body. We make it better. Visit quans.com.
If you've been hurt at work, you know how important it is to get your workman's compensation check. But the insurance company's giving you the runaround. Your bill collectors are calling, and you could lose your car or even your home, and it's not your fault. The Fogel Law Firm specializes in workman's comp claims. Workman's comp has its own laws and court. Just any lawyer can't get you every dollar you need to recover. Don't settle for less. Call the Fogel Law Firm and put their almost 4 decades of experience to work for you. 255-9092 or Fogel, Fogel, lawfirm.com.
Dear movers and shakers, we know how you roll, and we're with you on the tarmac or terrain in the 2019 RAV4, in the comfy Highlander with seating for up to 8, in the sharp 2019 Toyota Camry with its available cockpit red leather seats. And we're with you in the all-new 2020 Toyota Corolla, loaded with attitude and the latest tech. We're with you. Let's go, Toyota.
Get 0% APR for 60 months on our new 2019 Tundra with $1,667 per thousand borrowed. Or get $3,500 cash back on Tundra. Offers end November 4th. Toyota, let's go places.
Excludes TRD Pro. APR on approved credit from Toyota Financial Services. Cashback savings from Toyota Motor Sales USA Inc. Does not include college grad or military rebate. Must be applied to the transaction. No cash payment will be made to consumer. Varies by region. See dealer for details. Offers end November 4th.
Visit Toyota of Santa Fe, Larry H. Miller Toyota Albuquerque, or Larry H. Miller American Toyota. For more information, visit Toyota.com. Toyota.
Those scratches and dings on your car aren't going to fix themselves.
Ah, man.
At Maaco, getting paint damage repaired is as easy as book, quote, fix. Come to Maaco for a new paint job backed by our nationwide warranty. Uh-oh? Better get Maaco.
Coming to Isleta.
Melissa Etheridge, November 9th.
Kim Jong, Friday, November 15th.
Chubby Checker, November 24th.
Plus the Goo Goo Dolls and Phil Vassar with Lone Star.
Tickets at Isleta.com.
Isleta Resort and Casino, where the fun begins.
Albuquerque's Lobo Station, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
All right. Hell the night. Cardinals, Niners here on your radio. We'll start it for you at 6 o'clock. That's Westwood One's coverage. David Johnson probably not going to play. Chase Edmonds probably not going to play for the Arizona Cardinals. Niners are undefeated. Raheem Mostert, I guess, is questionable in that game too, and as is Matt Breida, right? So all the running backs in this game are pretty much banged up, aren't they?
Yes.
All right, so that's what you got. All right, did you catch any of the Baker Mayfield or Jamal Adams stuff yesterday? Which one do you want to start with? Who's more sensitive?
Baker.
You think Baker is? I might go the other way, but all right, I'll go with Baker. So, Baker, do you have any of that sound, Josue? You don't? Okay. Baker Mayfield was talking to a reporter, and what was the exact question that he got?
It was something about first half drive, questioning the play calling, the tempo of the drive, and was he happy with the results? And Baker was like, of course I'm not happy with the results, and he walked off.
I get it, losing stinks. Jordan Kress just sat here with us for 12 minutes and talked about it and answered questions and seemed like he was engaged. They lost 27-13 to New England. They're 2-5. They had a lot of hype. There was a lot of bravado. He's in a lot of commercials. I'm going to be the first to tell you I agree when I hear that some questions by media personnel are just like, what are you asking, right? I mean, you and I have sat in press conferences and looked at each other and say, what's that person asking? And they do it a lot. They sit there and they lie. They have a lot of media availabilities. But he's got to be better than that, doesn't he?
He does. He has to set a different tone. He's a quarterback, sure, emotional or feisty, but at some point he's got to turn that narrative and be at the center. Like it's going to be on Baker Mayfield to just play football, get through it, because everything we thought, sure, he's a character, this or that, it's carrying over, and it's not getting any better for that football team because they're losing. And yes, it's easy to overlook things when you're winning. You can be who you want, yada, yada, yada. You still got to be able to hold court as the quarterback of a professional football team.
So the easy narrative is, Baker, if you want to be out in front when you're winning, you got to be a leader, and that means be calm, composed, be a leader when you're losing, right? That's the easy narrative, and I think that narrative is correct. But I think Baker's so into this image of it's me against the world. And bottom line is, Baker's not an underdog. As much as he wants to play that underdog, and it's got to be really tough for him on this image because he was an underdog, right? He was a walk-on at two different universities. And did walk his way up from not being on the depth chart to the number 1 overall pick. Like that story is really, really good. But that's not who he is anymore. Because when you're the number 1 pick, you're not an underdog anymore, are you?
You're not.
You can't surprise people. And you might be able to play it when you're on the Cleveland Browns, but after that offseason, you're not really the underdog anymore. And this whole chip on my shoulder, it's the world against me, and I'm going to show you, doesn't really work anymore. A, because that's not the scenario, and B, you're a pro. You're a leader. This whiny, yelling at reporters, like everybody can have an instance, right? There can be an incident, correct? You can have your Denny Green moment, they are what we thought they are, kind of a moment.
Absolutely.
You want to crown their ass. Right? Everybody can have a moment. Jim Mora, playoffs, right? But when it defines you and you become a horrible, and I'm trying to put this in the right way, you have to learn how to win and lose. And I know the cliche, show me a good loser and I'll show you a loser. I'm not expecting you to be a good loser, but there's certainly bad losers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And when you're losing like this,
sore loser,
how does that help the program? I don't think it's helping Freddie Kinchin. I don't think it's helping Baker Mayfield. When this is a weekly thing, and it's kind of a weekly thing now, right?
I got the clip if you want it.
Here's the clip. This is Baker yesterday. It's a conversation with a radio reporter out of WKNR, which is the ESPN affiliate in Cleveland. Tony Grossi is the reporter for 850 WKNR.
The penalty happened and we're behind the chains. No, stop saying but. I just told you the clock was running and we had a penalty. You want to give them the ball back? No, you don't play. You don't know it. That's just plain and simple.
Were you happy with that drive?
Was I happy with the drive? No, we didn't score points. It's the dumbest question you could ask. What?
All right, and then he stormed off. First of all, you don't have to play to know.
And that there is and it's not right when you take it there, but that dude has a bad reputation with the players.
Does he?
Yeah.
All right. Well, and
they don't like that guy.
So what do you mean it's not right when you take it there? I think it's perfectly fine. I mean, there are plenty of reporters.
I didn't say that about the reporter.
Okay,
I'm saying like the players getting to the point where they're just tired of this guy and his questions.
I think that's okay. I think again, I don't know this reporter. I don't know his reputation, but when you tell me that, I think it's okay. I think there's plenty of reporters who are instigators who ask questions. Now are you happy with that? Of course, you could have asked a different way. So obviously there's a history there with those guys. So fair enough. I think there's and again, I don't know this reporter. JJ, would you say that there are some reporters who take pride in being that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Absolutely.
Players don't like me. I ask the tough questions. That guy. I think there's a pride in that. All right. The other one is Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams is a very good player, correct, for the New York Jets?
It's pretty good.
I think very good. He's still upset that the Jets would field calls. Jamal Adams went into the general manager of the Jets around trade deadline, and the Jets assured him, you're not going anywhere. We're building around you. And then somehow Jamal's agent found out that there were trade talks and told Jamal, and Jamal's upset. The general manager of the Jets came out and said, we did not shop Jamal Adams. We did listen to phone calls. Okay? We took a phone call. We took phone calls, plural. Quote from Jamal Adams, when my agent called me and told me what was going on, it definitely hurt me. I hold myself as a high level. The Rams don't take calls on Aaron Donald. The Patriots don't take calls on Tom Brady. You know what I mean? That's where I hold myself in that regard. I thought I was that guy for them. I didn't see them even having talks about it after I told them I wanted to be here, end quote. Look, this is a business. And first of all, you're not, as good as you are, you're not Aaron Donald and you're not Tom Brady. The Rams were in the Super Bowl last year, as were the Patriots, and this is a business. And if somebody's going to call the general manager of that team, the general manager's job is to listen to that call. Do you disagree with me?
No.
Why is he so upset? And why is he
and
so
these
upset
guys,
publicly?
Like, they didn't trade you.
They didn't trade you,
because they valued you at a certain level. No one was willing to offer that. You remember that team. You answer the phone. It's business.
Joe Douglas is the general manager there. His phone rings, and it's Jerry Jones. Joe, we really like that Jamal Adams, and willing to give you this pick and maybe Tony Pollard or whatever, right? You listen. No, Jerry, appreciate it. Nope, Aaron's Jamal's part of our team. Thanks. Well, how about a couple of season tickets? And no, we're good, man. All
Some
right,
Miller Lite.
Right, but I just don't know why. Is it Miller Lite? Is that what their sponsor is?
It is, yes.
I don't know the sensitivity, and I know we all want to be valued, and we all don't want to be publicly said that we're perceived. Nobody said you're not valued. And is he that good where he should feel that he's above the business? That he's above the business of being...
He's not that good, but you can't tell, criticize someone the way they feel. We can say you're not that player, but if he feels that internally,
Yeah.
that's the way he feels.
He does feel that way internally. I don't understand how you get to that point. All right, so there's some NFL for you. We'll talk college football when we come back. Jerry Palm's going to be with us. We got a big weekend coming up. We'll look at what the Oklahoma loss means last week in the big picture. You read him on CBS Sports every week. He'll be with us next segment. Jerry Palm on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation wine-making legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, #life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support.
In the world, 8:30 on ESPNU. Late Saturday night, the whole country gets to see New Mexico and Nevada. Huh? JJ will have the pregame show at 7:30 over on News Radio KKOB. Aggies are off again this week. They go to Mississippi. Is that where they go next week, Ole Miss? 0-8 and going to Ole Miss. All right. Let's talk some college football because it was a crazy week last week and another big seismic piece in the big puzzle. Jerry Palm is a guy you read on a daily basis over on CBSSports.com, and he joins us this morning. I know you love the smell of J. Palm in the morning. Good morning, Jerry. How you living?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
All right. You know, in the college football mecca of the world in our state, as you well know. So struggling a little bit. Trying to figure out what the Oklahoma piece means and who it means the most to, and it kind of feels with them losing that the Pac-12 is in a position to be the big winner here.
Possibly, yes. I think it depends on who comes out of there. 12-1 Oregon is a stronger candidate than 12-1 Utah because of the non-conference game against Auburn and how that impacts their strength of schedule. But you know, that kind of depends on how Auburn finishes the year, but obviously that's going to be a pretty strong team, it seems, no matter what. And, you know, Oklahoma's still not out of it, but, you know, they're going to need some help at this point. And, you know, if Alabama beats LSU next week, LSU at 11-1 would be a strong candidate as well because of their
beat Auburn
non-conference game with Texas and a strong schedule within the league. Not just its division, but a game with Florida in the cross division. So, there's a lot of uncertainty now, but that's kind of always the way it works out.
Jerry, walk me through the scenario. Clemson runs the table. Ohio State runs the table. They're in. Alabama beats LSU this week, runs the table, wins the SEC, and then LSU's only loss. So LSU would be sitting there 11-1. Didn't win their division, but they're 11-1. They beat Auburn. Oregon, in this scenario, would be 12-1 Pac-12 champion. Their one loss was to that same Auburn team.
Correct.
Both close games. They lost to Auburn. Who's getting in, LSU or Oregon?
Probably LSU, and you left out Florida as part of their schedule as well.
Yeah.
I mean, so not only they beat Auburn, you know, but then they had a good cross division game. They won at Texas, who's still going to be a good team, even if they're, you know, borderline top 25. And I think that LSU gets the nod, but I think Oregon's got a case. You know, I think that the sheer dominance of LSU against most of its schedule is going to be a difference. I think the strength of schedule, the fact that Oregon won a league, which is a factor, you know, as well. I think that LSU, if they can continue to dominate the way they have in the other games, I think that LSU would get the nod.
You know what I think would work better for the SEC is if LSU wins a close one over Alabama. LSU runs the table, and then there's Alabama. Because they're Alabama, they're one-loss Alabama.
No. Alabama's definitely a worse candidate because their schedule isn't nearly as good.
Okay.
They didn't play a good non-conference opponent. They didn't play a good cross-division opponent. Really, they would have lost to the best team they played. And what would the other win? Their next best win, their best win, I suppose, is Auburn in that scenario.
No.
And
interesting.
I think that LSU definitely has a better case because of the strength of their schedule.
Right. Jerry Palm's with us from CBSSports.com.
Well, Jerry, and speaking of that SEC schedule, Georgia, Florida this weekend, what do you expect out of that one?
Tough game. Probably low-scoring game because they're both better on defense than they are on offense. But I like Georgia because I think when it comes down to having to make a play, I trust Fromm more than I do Trask, the Florida quarterback. Although, the reason Georgia lost the game they did was because Fromm had 4 turnovers. Obviously, not a typical day for him, but it's each of these teams take care of the football, and obviously that's always a big factor in games like this, is being able to take care of the football. Assuming that each of them do, I think Fromm is the one who can make a play to win the game.
Team nobody's talking about is Baylor.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and they get Texas and Oklahoma at home on back-to-back weekends. I think Oklahoma first in mid-November. So, yeah, it's Baylor, an undefeated Baylor's in the playoffs. So, it's and until somebody beats them, you have to consider that a possibility. I mean, still tough games to go, but, they've already beaten some, at least good teams within their league. They haven't obviously taken on the other top 2 teams, but, that's the team that has shown, I think, at least that they deserve some respect.
A few more minutes. Jerry Palm is with us from CBSSports.com.
Well, Jerry, there's always noise with Michigan, and they ran away from Notre Dame last week. What do you think of the Wolverines? I know they're not in that playoff conversation, but just how they responded after Penn State.
Well, that was the Michigan we expected to see all season long, and we finally saw them. It took 7 or 8 weeks for it to happen, but that's the Michigan team we expected to see. They showed some signs of it late in the Penn State game when they came back, and the 21 points they scored on Penn State is the most that Penn State has given up this season. That defense has been really good this year. So, maybe this is a trend. I don't know. I don't really think of one game as a trend, as you know, but we'll have to see if Michigan can continue to play like this and build some momentum and make that Ohio State game interesting at the end of the season.
Well, primetime is interesting because it's group of 5 on Saturday night, SMU and Memphis.
Yeah, that's a fun game. I think that'll be close as well and high scoring. I like Memphis. I mean, I have them picked as the group of 5 representative in the Cotton Bowl. So, obviously I expect them to win the rest of their games, and that includes this one. But, SMU can score. Shane Buechele's done a great job leading that offense. Memphis can score. So I think, for Memphis, it's control the ball. They're a good running team. Run the ball. Keep it out of SMU's hands, frustrate that offense a little bit, and I think Memphis can come away with it. But I think we're going to see a lot of points in that game.
Pac-12's got 2 big ones. The 2 teams you talked about, Utah's on the road in Seattle to play Washington. SC's playing better. A big comeback win on the road in Boulder on Friday night. Oregon's got to go down to the Coliseum. Both really big road tests for the 2 front runners there.
No question. And these could be, in a sense, kind of, well, I don't know if they're division-deciding games, because I think Oregon, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, might be a little safer. But, the USC-Utah, USC is a tiebreaker. So if they can beat Oregon, boy, the path is pretty clear for them to win the division. Utah has to win because they can't afford to fall behind USC. So this is a especially for the South Division, huge. But even in the North Division, I mean, Oregon and Utah, I mean, if they harbor any playoff hopes, they've got to win these tough road games. And I like Oregon's chances better than I do Utah's, but I think they'll both win. Washington has really had kind of a disappointing season, just in an inability to win, not just big games, but, lose at home to Cal, lose at home to Stanford. I think the Stanford game was at Washington. I mean, it's just, it's just really tough
The Pac-12.
There's a lot of people thought could win the league.
Yeah, the North, Oregon's in good shape. Oregon's 5-0 in league play. Everybody else has at least 3 conference losses in the North. No, I'm sorry. Oregon State only has 2. Oregon State's 2-2. Everybody else has at least 3.
Right.
In the South, SC and Utah are 4-1. UCLA's 3-2. So basically, it's a playoff game for Oregon and Utah as they look on. Everything's a playoff game from here on out. And you're right as far as SC and Utah. I think that decides the Southern champion.
Yeah, I mean, this weekend certainly could. If they both win or they both lose, I haven't decided anything yet. But if one of them wins, they're in great shape coming down the stretch of this season.
Is there any crazier way for Les Miles in Kansas to win a game than what happened last week against Texas Tech?
Yeah, that's. Kansas, I got to give Kansas credit. I mean, they still are good, but they've been fun to watch this year.
Yeah, for those of you who missed it, the Texas Tech blocked the field goal that was going to win the game, recovered it, and not only did they not go down, the guy tried to lateral it, and as he lateraled it, they fumbled. Kansas regained possession.
Basically lateraled it to nobody.
To nobody here. I don't know what to do with this thing. I've never had a ball in my hand.
It's a chance to kick it again. I mean,
well, you fall on the ball and play the fight song. It's over. It's over.
Oh, it would have been overtime.
Oh, it would have been over. You're right. It was tied. Ohio State, and we sat here and we barely mentioned them, and they could be the best team in America. They pummeled Wisconsin.
Yep.
Ohio State's like it's hard to say Ohio State is quiet good, but they're kind of quiet good, aren't they?
Well, I don't know how quiet they are because they're dominating everybody.
Yeah, and in your part of the world, they're probably a lot more. There's a lot more.
Yeah, well, because everybody's all SEC focused until we get past Alabama, LSU, but Ohio State has a really good chance of being the number 1 team in the first college football rankings next week, considering the top 5 teams are all off this week. So, it's either going to be Ohio State or LSU.
Yeah.
Are going to be 1-2 in the rankings next week. And it'll just depend on whether the committee likes LSU's schedule better than Ohio State's dominance. But it's and then Alabama is going to be 3. So, in terms of the rankings that matter, that LSU-Alabama game is not going to be 1 versus 2.
Yeah, all right, and then you got hoops starting next week, so you got kind of a double attention.
Yeah. I'm working on a bracket for tomorrow.
You got a bracket out already? That's good.
Yeah, tomorrow.
That's good.
Preseason bracket is tomorrow. Games start Tuesday.
How many Mountain West teams you got in there?
14.
14 Mountain West teams in there.
It might just be Utah State.
They're really good. They're really good. I was talking to their AD over the weekend, and it sounds like Kate is healthy. Their big guy, it sounds like he's healthy.
That's a good team.
Yeah, they're really good.
Maybe San Diego State. I haven't gotten that deep into it yet, but Utah State might be the only one.
All right. Man, we got a long way to go till March. Let's get through college football. All right, read him every day. He's over on CBSSports.com. We'll catch up with you next week, Jerry. Always appreciate the time.
Thanks.
He's Jerry Palm. Love the smell of J. Palm in the morning. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is 8:41. Here's your final look at Thursday morning's commute. This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Well, only one accident to worry about right now. Everything else is clear. That one that is still active is a crash at Paseo del Norte right at Rio Grande. So that's the only thing that's active right now. Everything else is clear from earlier this morning. Indeed, used by over 3 million businesses for hiring, where business owners and HR professionals can post job openings with screener questions, then sort, review, and communicate with candidates from an online dashboard. Learn more at Indeed.com/hire. And if you see an accident, always call us on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
This is Boomer Science with the CBS Sports Minute. Unbeaten New England made yet another team look lost, and with Drew Brees back from his thumb surgery, New Orleans moves into second right behind the Patriots on my power rankings list. San Francisco, whose defense smothered Carolina, is in third, followed by Green Bay and Minnesota, whose quarterbacks are now both on impressive rolls. Next come Indianapolis, Kansas City minus Mahomes, Dallas, which just added Michael Bennett, Baltimore, and Seattle, which just got back on the winning track. On the flop side, the Jets have put the disc back looking dysfunctional, crash landed at 28th overall, followed by the sad, really sad Falcons. The Deadskins should go down the Dwayne, as in Haskins, while the classless Bengals benched Andy Dalton on his birthday. Good luck to rookie Ryan Finley, he'll need it. Finally, will the last off and left please turn off the lights? The party's over. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender. I've got great news. Mortgage interest rates have dropped. So if you're thinking about buying a home, right now is the time to lock that low rate, even before you find the home of your dreams. With our exclusive Rate Shield approval, the low rate you lock today is protected for up to 90 days while you shop for your new home. With a Rate Shield approval, if rates go up, your low rate stays locked. But if rates go down, you get that new, even lower rate. Either way, you win. Talk to us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com to take advantage. Here's another great reason to work with us. For a record 9 years in a row, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. Again, to lock in today's low mortgage interest rate and get the security of our exclusive Rate Shield approval, call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
The Jim Rome Show.
The sports animal has been in existence a quarter of a century. This radio station is so amazing. I have been on that station 25 years. I'm really, really grateful for that. Really thankful for that. Albuquerque is a incredible jungle market.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Are you dedicated and ambitious? The Bernalillo County Metropolitan Detention Center is hosting a hiring event on Tuesday, November 5th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge, 4120 Cutler Northeast. Start your journey by visiting mdcrecruiting.com.
With an Allstate agent, you get a local expert to find the best coverage for you. And because they live in your community, you can always count on them when you need them most. When you bundle home and auto, you'll save. Call your local Allstate agent today. Are you in good hands?
O'Reilly.
This is Jesse's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
As a nurse, not making it to work was not an option. But driving through the snow with my wiper blades struggling, I just didn't feel safe. So I pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts, and before I knew it, an employee was offering to install the wiper blades on my car. I got to stay out of the snow for a moment, and I still made it to work on time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Upgrade your commute with Audible. Get 100% ad-free listening anytime, anywhere with the Audible app. Be inspired by Mel Robbins' Take Control of Your Life, Malcolm Gladwell's Talking to Strangers, and Rachel Hollis's Girl Stop Apologizing. Or listen to Stephen King's latest thriller, The Institute, on your commute. Use the app to hear an amazing story or learn something new, and let Audible give you the edge. Download the Audible app, start a free 30-day trial, and your first audiobook is on us.
Things aren't great, and she knows it. But you're not alone. You may be one of the millions of men suffering from low testosterone and/or erectile dysfunction. If you're fatigued, having trouble losing weight, are irritable, or even depressed, or more concerning, having difficulty obtaining or maintaining an erection, we should talk, because there's hope. At New Mel Medical Center, we decided it was time to give men real solutions to their most real problems, centered around face-to-face, confidential, comprehensive, compassionate, and personalized care. With our individually effective ED treatments, cutting-edge testosterone replacement therapies, and our never-ending drive to help men feel like themselves again, we know great mornings are just around the corner.
For great mornings, call New Male Medical at 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688. Or visit them at newmale.com. That's NUMALE.com.
This is John Greenhut, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. Even better, there's no messy strips or trays that you'll have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-679-0969. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-679-0969. That's 1-800-679-0969. 888-866-69.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. When you're hurt in a car wreck, time matters. The amount of time it takes you to call for help, the amount of time it takes you to get medical treatment, and the amount of time it takes you to call an attorney can all affect the value of your case. We have a team of professionals and a network of experts who are waiting to begin working on your case the moment you call. The faster you call us, the faster we can get you all the money you deserve. In a wreck, need a check? Call Little Rowe Injury Attorney today at 544-4444. We're available 24/7.
Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014.
Guys, waking up over and over to pee is not okay. But now, you can reduce those nighttime bathroom trips with the ingredients in Super Beta Prostate P3 Advanced. We're talking about less urges to pee at night, less bathroom trips during the day, and better bladder emptying. It's like taking 3 prostate supplements in one. You can try a full 30-day bottle of P3 Advanced, free. Just pay shipping and handling. No strings attached, no obligations, and no commitments to buy. This is a 30-day supply, absolutely free. Call 1-800-394-4915. Super Beta Prostate is the best-selling brand in major retailers like Walmart. But for this no-strings-attached free bottle, you must call now. Call 1-800-394-4915. Don't miss out on this unprecedented free offer. Call 1-800-394-4915. 1-800-394-4915.
Flo here with a word that's just weird. Terry cloth. Who exactly is Terry? And why does he get his own fabric? Did he journey below SPF 50? Fight off some weeds in his daffodils? How about a word for everyone? Flotection. Yeah, I just made it up. But I'm not making up how great it feels when me and Progressive protect your new home. Ever think of that, Terry? No. Terry only thinks of himself.
Save an average of 17% on car insurance when you bundle home and auto through Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, what you got? A little Jerry Palm for you. Hope you enjoyed that.
Just crushing your dreams.
Well, I think the SEC is going to have 2 because LSU or Alabama is going to have 1 loss, don't you think? And that 1 loss is going to be to each other. I figured Alabama losing would be better for the SEC to get a second just because they're Alabama, but Jerry says no. I mean, resume-wise, it's got to be LSU. So what are you going to do if LSU's 1 loss to Alabama? Alabama runs the table, Clemson runs the table, Ohio State runs the table, they're all in. And assuming Baylor loses along the way, you got a 1-loss LSU and potentially, and I just don't think Oregon's going to run the table, by the way, or Utah. But a 1-loss Oregon, whose 1 loss was the first game of the year in the last 9 seconds to Auburn. Auburn's the team LSU beat. How do you justify putting Oregon in? Because they're a conference champion? I do, but will the committee?
And that is why you need 8. They can credit conference championships and then go from there.
Fair enough. Matt says on Jerry Palm, man, old Jerry Palm strikes again. Not even mention of UNM. What? In his bracket. Obviously, this team has proven nothing, but not even an acknowledgement of an exciting roster. Was he aware we're a New Mexico radio station? I don't know what's worse, his haircut or his takes. It's from Matt. I asked Jerry at the end how many, he's doing a bracket, right? How many Mountain West teams he's got in the tournament? Matt,
to be fair, he has not even thought about college basketball yet.
I think, A, that's part of it, and B, Matt, I'm going to tell you, if you ask any of these guys that are doing brackets now, I'm going to guess 0 of them have UNM in the tournament. And the chatter around their roster, and while I think their roster is better this year than last, is not unlike last year, correct? Last year, they're going to be good. They got a lot of talent. I think the nation, the people who watch college basketball, acknowledge that they've got a good roster and want to see it happen. Enough team talk a lot. I think they want to see something happen. Go beat somebody, and don't lose to Rice at home, or don't lose to what was the stretch they had? New Mexico State beat them by 40, and then they lost to St. Mary's by 35.
Yeah, that week of Aggies and St. Mary's.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Don't have those weeks, and then I think you'll find yourself getting in. We got a bunch of other emails. We're going to get to this one on Johnson Gym because we just had this conversation.
Breaking news.
Bill, stand by. Stand by. Stand by, Bill. I've got answers for you. But first, the Lancer. Before you get answers, you get Lancers. Yell at
I
me.
love you guys. You're like family to me.
Wait, Lance. I didn't realize he was going to play the music. I'm holding you through the break. I don't want to do this to you.
It's okay. I'll come back later.
All right, come back later.
Thank you.
Later. I didn't realize we were right at the number.
Yeah, I know. It was
Well,
close.
he was just going to do his salutation. We were going to be over. He was going to do it, mis tres amigos, Joshua, and do his, Jason, JJ, right? And then it was going to be time to go to a break. And JJ looked at me like, dang.
I was like, no one's going to stay if you're saying you're holding Lance.
All right, fair enough. I got a bunch of your emails. We're going to get into the hoops. Talk more about the World Series. Come on in. What's your thoughts on Game 7?
Failure or victory?
Yes.
Astros.
Yes. Yes. We had Jordan Kress on today. Good. Jerry Palm was good. J.J. Buck was good. On the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? 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 Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and
I think this is the week the Patriots lose. I think Baltimore's going to beat New England. Sunday night in Maryland. Just gotta, I don't know. That's what my feeling tells me. What's up, y'all? It's the opening drive. Happy Halloween. Did you catch the Ghostbusters out there and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? And that's the boss over there. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. The Ghostbusters are out. Saw the dude from the Thing. You know, the little.
That dude.
Yeah, that guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Halloween. Dress up for work. Lancer is the answer. Jeff, that might have been his best call yet. Stop it! He's coming back, probably. Coming back. All right, I got a bunch of emails for you. Can I?
What are the people saying via the email machine?
Well, we're going to get to the phones in a minute. I got a little educational email for you, or at least the response will be, because it was something that we brought up earlier. Bill says, can I pick your brain, Jeff? It's been 18 months. Can you tell me exactly what's going on at the sometimes home of the Lady Lobos and Lobo Volleyball, Johnson Gym? They aren't touching the dumpy original structure from the 50s that so desperately needs work, where the roof leaks, the climate control and electrical systems are antiquated, the locker rooms are falling apart. Instead, they're tearing down that south basketball court that was just added in the 90s and rebuilding that, ? The entire project makes no sense to me. Jason, are you going in there tonight? There's volleyball in Johnson Gym tonight, correct? Is that what I understand on ProView?
Yes.
All right. Do you know what they did to the structure? Do you know what they did to...
I have not been there, but...
All right.
They said it was updated.
All right. So, Bill, no idea what the blueprint is, what the architectural plan is, but they're playing volleyball in there tonight. Who are they playing tonight? Do we know? San Diego State. They're playing San Diego State tonight. All right. So there you go. I don't know what the plans were long-term, whatever, but they are doing that, all right? And I got another response. This is actually pretty good. Who's the guy that said drop football together, or drop all sports? That's what it was, right? Drop all sports altogether. Larry said, Jeff, let's cut all sports and convert the Toad Diem complex into an esports venue, housing our 100% e-gaming athletics program. Problem solved. Renovate the rest of the stadium to chairback, strong Wi-Fi, and including the new blank slate turf, you could lure the United. Dream-style stadium for United and esports facility equals problem solved.
The problem here is we need sarcasm fought. Because if you're listening to a sports show, is that really going to be your take to eliminate all sports at a university?
I believe that might have been his take, yes. Look at that. Look at that. It says for J.J. Buck. Look at that. There's a red sweatshirt.
And there's club esports at the University of New Mexico.
I don't know if they're the same.
So you're going to start teasing people about that. They'll take it.
All right. I'm just telling you. That's where it came from. Eliminate them all. Go esports. All of them. All of them.
Whatever. Get more views.
Than football will? You really? I mean, more people will watch people playing video games than watch Lobo football. All right. Will they be on ESPNU on Saturday night at 8:30? And will you do a pregame show?
TNT? Who knows?
I mean, I'm just asking, because what the hell do I know at this point? Hello, Lance.
I love Backstreet. He's throwing shots at me before I even really call.
Killing you.
What? I love this. for that.
So do I.
But I don't like when people call in and call you guys names, and me. And
Only you can
anyway,
call
we'll
us names,
forget
Lance.
about what happened yesterday and move on. And I call to try to be funny. I mean, you guys are the sports analyst. I'm not going to call in like I'm some kind of pretend sports we'll talk about it sometimes, but that's your job. That's what you do. And if anybody's offended by me trying to be funny, then you don't have a sense of humor at all. And that's all I try to do for 25 years, just try to make you guys laugh. But here's a funny, like Bregman, okay? Little kids shoveling gravel, and there's like this huge pile of gravel, and I go up to Sam and say, I got a Bobcat I can go get, and we can move that really fast. And he's in a slump. And so I come in, you know what? For doing that, I'm going to go get you anything you want, a 30-pack of beer he bought me.
What are you talking about?
And so I lived across the street. And I felt so sorry for him. He was out there just shoveling, working his butt off. And I go over, here's a Gatorade. And thinks it's like, and he smiles. He has that red dye from the gravel in his teeth. It just looks like crap. And he smiles, thank you. Every time you'd meet him, he'll shake your hand first. I mean, every time. And he was a kid. And he was in a summer league, is what it was. And I just really appreciate, the class that the family had to make him work hard. They just make him work hard and stuff. And so I came by later, he's then all of a sudden the gravel's done.
Yep.
It took him all day long to shovel that gravel.
But he got it done.
And it made him a stronger batter. But I'm really proud of him. And, some of our people here in our city are just, in our state, are just so lazy. I saw something last night on KRQE and or whatever it is now. But, the guy complaining, about his chili, some millennial guy, that it froze. Look at my chili froze. Half of them are red. Get off your butt and pick your chili.
Yeah.
If you watch the weather, if you guys had a weather girl,
If you had a weather
get out
girl.
and pick your chili before it freezes. God bless you guys. I love the sports animal. Yeah, baby.
See you, Lance. What the hell was that? So that was from
him cheering us
shoveling
up.
gravel. Alex is a good hitter because he shoveled gravel. I'm down with that. That's work ethic. And the chili froze. So Pickett, is that what the? I don't know.
Ooh, I didn't catch that.
It would
last
be a
part.
bummer if your chili was freezing though. Now before time to get going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And I think that's why there might be a little shortage on the red because of
All right.
this colder.
All right. Let's just get this all out of the way in one segment. Is that fair? I got time for this?
Sure, yeah.
Hello, Edward.
Get things out of the way. It's the pinnacle of your week.
That's right.
My friends.
Yeah, this is the pinnacle of my week, no doubt.
It's the crescendo of the show.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just kidding, JJ. Their sarcasm
Oh,
works for
see,
me.
he saw the sarcasm font. Yeah. All right.
Today's a splendid day. You know why, Jeff? It's our favorite day of the year.
Oh,
Why
I
is
know
that?
you like to see young ladies have an excuse to dress so scantily. And what is your word for it?
Well, I was going to use the term scantily.
All right. There you go.
But, it does give them an excuse. You're right. And it's a joyous occasion for 49% of the population around the country. But, I did accurately predict the Nationals were going to win last night. How did they not give Anthony Rendon the MVP?
I was thinking Soto, Rendon, Strasburg. I would have been okay with any of those. Strasburg was terrific. He saved that series on the road in Game 6. He could have gone a complete game. It's hard to argue either way. I would have been okay with Rendon or even Soto.
Sure, and I agree. It wasn't a bad pick. I would lean towards someone who played in every game and delivered in every game, but I was kind of rooting for Rendon. But what a fascinating series.
You just don't like the Aztecs winning. See, why does it bother you that an Aztec wins an award? Is that what it is? You just don't like the Aztecs?
I root for the Aztecs. I root for the Aztecs all the way back to the Michael Cage days,
All right.
my friend.
That was a good Jerry curl, too.
Indeed. Another accurate prediction of the Crusher from 6 weeks ago when the Browns were 1-1. I said they're going to go on to lose 4 of their next 5, and things are going to start to fall apart on that organization. And I think, going into Denver this weekend is no easy task. Denver might actually pull that upset.
Denver's going to beat them with Brandon Allen, the latest Allen quarterback. Yes,
they very well may indeed. One of the previous callers, or one of your previous topics, there was another caller that said about their football program. Just drop it. I think that reinforces what I have been saying for a few years now. There's a separation. We all know about it. and when the top 6 conferences decide to secede from the NCAA, all these other conferences are going to be forced into a decision on where they're going to be. Do I know when that's going to happen? No. Do I think it's going to happen sometime in the next 5 to 10 years? Absolutely. I think the top 6 conferences are going to secede from the NCAA and say, we're good, we're going to do our thing, you guys figure out what you want to do. But it'll be interesting to see how all that plays out. You know, the 5-star Vicks are percolating and coagulating at a succinct and robust 58% for the year. I usually stay away from big numbers. I usually go with the home team on Thursday nights. It's a big number tonight. Niners -10. I think they're going to cover. That's going to be 1. And then I'll kind of percolate and coagulate the other ones and unleash them tomorrow. But,
thank you for your
I think the Niners with that great defense are going to just give that young quarterback all kinds of problems tonight.
Yeah, it could be that way.
And big number to cover tonight. Gentlemen, enjoy the day. It's a great day for us, U.S. Americans.
Enjoy Halloween.
Yeah, enjoy Halloween, guys.
Give him
Have
a
good
blah,
day.
blah, blah. See you. Give him a blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Chris Herr.
I don't know why that makes me laugh so much.
Blah, blah, blah.
It just does. All right, thank you for your presence today. 2460610. I got a bunch more emails for you to get through. We can get in on Lobo football, Baker Mayfield, Jamal Adams, Niners tonight against the Arizona Cardinals, Steph Curry's hand injury, the Nationals are the world champions. Get into the Game 7 strategy last night if you want as well at 505-246-0610. Hey, Kirtland Federal Credit Union knows it's not all about the mortgage. It's about making a home. And if you're thinking of buying a home, I really suggest you call my friends over at Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Even if you're already talking with someone else, go apply. See how Kirtland Federal Credit Union compares. If you've received a quote, maybe you're not happy with it. You don't need to go out of state for a second opinion. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, and you can trust them. Head to Kirtland Federal Credit Union, kirtlandfcu.org/home loan. You compare for yourself. kirtlandfcu.org/home loan. Apply anytime, day or night. You can go at 2 a.m. if you want. A friendly home loan expert will call you the next business day. There is no waiting. And you can stop by the new Home Loan Center if you prefer. It's right there on the northeast corner of Jefferson and Osuna, right in the heart of Albuquerque. Give them a call, 1-800-880-5328. That's 1-800-880-5328, and you'll talk to an experienced mortgage loan officer for complete details. Their friendly staff standing by to help you with any questions you have. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. They are more than military. They are for life. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, federally insured by the NCUA.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
When it comes to your health, what does delivering more mean? It means delivering more of the best and brightest, the state's only academic and research-based medical center. It means delivering more for families. It means adding technology, expanding services, making medical advancements, and reaching a higher level of care. Delivering more means access to New Mexico's only Level 1 trauma center, more area locations, and more personalized services. UNM Health. Delivering more.
Richardson & Richardson Construction knows New Mexico, and they understand what it takes to build or renovate commercial and industrial structures. They're also Butler builders, using the industry-leading products and efficiencies of Butler Manufacturing. Look around the state, and you'll see Butler steel buildings we've built at wind farms, manufacturing facilities, municipal facilities, and warehouses. When you're ready to build, call Richardson & Richardson Construction at 881-2268 or visit them online at www.headachefreeconstruction.com.
On November 6th, Lobo basketball is back. Season begins with one of the talent-laden teams UNM has had in years. See newcomers J.J. Caldwell and Jaquan Lyle and returning starters Vance Jackson and Carlton Bragg challenge for the top of the Mountain West Conference. Lobo fans, you can get 2 season tickets for the price of 1 at the station's website. Click the Sweet Deals logo and save more than $300. The thrill of Lobo basketball is almost here. Half-price Lobo season tickets. That's something to howl about.
stars are coming to Isleta Resort and Casino.
Grammy winner Melissa Etheridge with hits Come to My Window and I'm the Only One, Saturday, November 9th.
The Hangover and Masked Singers Kim Jong, Friday, November 15th.
Do the Twist with Chubby Checker, 3 p.m. Sunday, November 24th.
Go to Isleta.com for authentic tickets and show info for the Goo Goo Dolls.
Brawl on the Bosque and Phil Vassar with Lone Star.
The biggest stars come to Isleta Resort and Casino,
where the fun begins.
Our names are Aria and Arturo, and this is our California closet story. I work from home. We were planning on turning a room into a closet. Out of pure luck, we were walking by, and the showroom was there. Misty, my designer, was very easy to work with. She was super sweet. She could right away tell what we wanted. It's completely about fashion and style and everything I do.
When I saw her closet, it made me happy that she was very happy with, the space.
Visit CaliforniaClosets.com for a free design consultation and start your California Closet story today.
Guys, have you found yourself feeling sluggish, just don't have the energy you used to have? Or do you want to take care of your hair loss? Struggling with erectile dysfunction or weight loss? It's Jeff Symbieta, and fellas, you don't have to struggle anymore. Call NuMale and you can feel like you again. It's not going to go away just by ignoring it, and certainly there's nothing to be ashamed of. Low T, erectile dysfunction, lack of energy, they're all natural when men reach a certain age, but you don't have to accept it. Call NuMale at 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, and you can feel better. Men everywhere have made the call and are enjoying the benefits of NuMale's cutting-edge programs, the latest treatments taking care of low T, lack of energy, depression. NuMale is going to help you feel like you again. Call NuMale at 505-652-1688. Right here in Albuquerque, NuMale boasts fantastic success rates. That means guys, maybe like you, are regaining their strength and confidence. If you're suffering from ED, depression, or just flat out tired of being tired, call NuMale at 652-1688 and feel better.
This credit card bill is out of hand.
I know, the interest rate's awful, and there's a huge annual fee, too.
You should check out the Independence Credit Card from Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Low interest rates, no annual fee, and unlimited cashback rewards can save you a lot of money.
But we are military, son.
Kirtland FCU is more than military.
When did you get so smart?
It's a gift. Lower your credit card rate today at kirtlandfcu.org/credit cards. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. We're more than military. We're for life.
Approval rate based on creditworthiness and other factors. Membership eligibility applies. See representative for complete details.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hit myself in my face with my own.
Yeah,
I went like this and it hit me. Boom. How'd you get your black eye? Putting on my headphones. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, and Hoser.
Great Halloween costume, by the way, now in D.C. would be Broken Nose Scherzer.
All right. He broke his nose?
Remember over the summer and he bunted it?
Oh, yeah, when he bunted it off his face. That would be good. Yeah, no, that's good. I did forget. Now I like it a lot.
You remember?
I remember. I just forgot. I just need to be remembered. You know.
You want a Coke? You remember?
I want Cokes. Bad Street says Lancer is the OD answer. Jeff, he called twice for that. I'm going to have to go to YouTube and replay the show to try to figure out exactly what he said.
Get in line.
He'll say it again, man. Just wait till... That's all right. God bless him. That was a good call. All right.
So nice.
What?
Thank you. Thank you for being nice.
Which one do you like better, his or Edwards? Pick one. I mean, the Crusher is like a Hall of Famer call, right? It was
Everyone's a Hall of Famer in their own mind.
Coagulating. I don't know. I got a black eye. You remember. All right. Matt says... to this topic. We're going to go all over the place. This is that time of day. What time is it? 9:17. Where we go everywhere, right? We've talked about the World Series and we've talked about stuff.
Who knows?
So we'll play. Matt says FCS and D emphasizing football. Jeff, I think this is a product of our internet society and culture. Everyone can voice their opinion. The angry mob is angrier and more vocal, and everything is right now instant gratification. Amazon 2-day free shipping. The result. Hold on. Is Amazon free 2-day shipping? Is that instant gratification when you used to go to the store and have the damn thing in an hour? Somehow Amazon, I get it in 2 days, but it's free shipping. That's better than I used to go to the store and actually buy it and have it in my hand. All right. Anyway, I digress. He says the result is a whole bunch of, well, if I can't win, so I quit childish mentality. There's a sense on the forums and the media and probably UNM that people here don't care about football anymore. Listen, I'm arguably as big of a Lobo fan as there is, and even I'm tiring of what's happened with the football program. I've gone to 3 games this season and may not go to another. It's gotten painful and frankly depressing. But the only thing I'm convinced is that we need a change at the top. I'll 100% commend Davey, he says, for turning the program around. From 3 1-11 seasons to 2 bowls, including a 9-4 run, was amazing. But to follow it up with 3-9, 3-9, plus whatever this dung heap of a season ends up, indicates a serious strategic and tactical failure. Training tables or not, that's on him. And despite going 9-3, the fans never really came back. Again, mostly, in my opinion, due to Davey's attitude and constant reminders that we are only New Mexico and we can't feed our players. Honestly, or he says, honesty is one thing. Tact and intuition are everything, and he's lacking severely in the latter. It's from Matt. It's really interesting, okay? Because he says, look, I'm as big a fan as there is. I'm about football. I've been to 3, what have there been, 4 home games this year? Or 3? He's been to them all, okay? He may not go back. I will tell you this, and look, Bob's been good. I don't have a problem with Bob, and there's no taking away the turnaround that this program had from 3 1-11 seasons to getting to 2 straight bowls and going 9-4. You can't ever take that away from him. I also don't like the message of we're only New Mexico. And I know you as fans don't. And one thing I will give Steve Alford, he did the We Are New Mexico thing as a badge of pride. We are New Mexico. And that was a badge of honor, right? It was a badge of pride. It's kind of like the We Are Penn State thing. We are SC. And I know you as fans, it's very hard to accept when you're going through what you're going through in your daily life. And you hear the amount of money, and there's no reason for an average fan to be able to comprehend what it takes to run a football program. And I think when you start getting into the weeds in press conferences regularly and explaining, I think people, they tune out and they don't hear the message the way the message is being sent, right? And we're only New Mexico and we can only do this, and this place is unique. It's you're telling people you're not good enough. That's what you're telling people. And people don't want to hear that, whether it's the truth or not. People don't want to hear it. And when Steve came in and said, we are New Mexico and we're going to do it our way, we are, and Rocky, we're tough and we're strong and we're scrappy. And what Matt just said, I think is above all of this is the one thing that's kind of been the constant over the last bunch of years is that conversation of we can't do it because we're New Mexico. And I think people are tired of hearing it. And the other piece of it is I think people are starting to believe it.
They're starting to believe it a bit, and if you kind of build that wall, they won't ride for you. They won't be in your corner when you face the realities, when you bring up things like, hey, we need a little bit more of this. We could use that as a program. But if you keep building that negativity up, they're not going to go, yeah, okay, I'm with you. Let's get through this. And I think that, Matt, it's one of the best takes we've had on it because I'm right there with him. I look at Bob and say, you turned around one of the worst football programs in the country.
And no doubt, and it was a terrific job.
And I think most people will give him that, but there's just, for a lot of people, there's just nothing left. They don't see a future with Bob Davey. They're not willing to ride through it again, especially if they don't meet Nevada. I don't see how this team wins a game.
Coming from either.
That's a 9-game losing streak to end the season. So I'm right there with Matt. I think you tip your hat. You say, wow, I wish it could have taken off. I wish more people that came back after that 9-win season, but it didn't quite happen. And then what's gone on the remaining 3 years, it's time for a lot of people.
And I respect Bob in a lot of respects because he feels like he's being honest, and he is. A lot of the things he's saying about the restraint, the constraints, the inadequacies. What's the word I'm looking for?
He's not telling lies about it, but I think
It's
whether
just
you're
not the message
Bob
that people
Davey or Doug Martin, there's moments. Like you have to. I think I don't want to bash these guys for being honest, but I also think there's a way you have to present that message, as you were touching on, that it can't just be woe is us.
Yeah.
It's, hey, we can do this. Sure, we might need some more help here, but we're going to push through. We're going to put our heads down because we can do this together. It's that game you have to play. It's not easy, especially when you're in that moment. You're being asked about it. You have press conferences, you have the interviews, but you have to present a message to where you can rally people in what's going to be a long road. Who knows?
Now, in his defense, okay, in his defense, you've got to give the message. You've got to see that something's coming. The cavalry's on. There's help on the way, right? In his defense, it is one of the lowest football budgets in the league. Your facilities are the only ones, I believe, in the league that have not been upgraded in the last decade. Like, I think we've gone through this. Every other program in your league has done something for facilities for football. Like, the things he's saying are not erroneous, okay? But again, it's the message that when you keep hearing the negative, you're not telling me any positives. You're not telling me why we can win. You're not telling me, but we're recruiting the tough kids and we're winning. You're not showing that we're winning. So his messages, while they're not factually erroneous, it's tough to gather a very proud fan base who is also, by the way, doing without, right? Your guy at home that you're asking to buy season tickets, their family's probably doing without. And when Steve Alford said, we are New Mexico and we do it our way, people rally behind that, and he won. When Rocky Long said, we're going to do it with New Mexico kids and tough and we're going to grit it out, it worked for a while until people wanted another digit on the scoreboard, right? This is a unit. He's right.
It's moments.
No, you're right.
You can't every week on a Tuesday say, I just want to hope we can feed our kids. I just hope we can.
Yeah, send us bananas. I got it. His message is right. And again, and I understand where it's coming from, and I understand the sense of frustration, but you can't just give people the reason why it's not working. You got to tell me why it's going to work, and then show how it's going to work. It worked in those 2 seasons, but there's got to be a sense of pride. You've got to embrace, and that's again, I respect Bob for telling what he believes is the truth. And I'm going to tell you what he says, while it's not necessarily what you want to hear, it's the truth. A lot of those things are the truth. It's just not what you want to hear.
But you don't want to hear it every week.
Yeah, every week. Grady just sent me an email that says Matt's email was fire. Best one I've heard, including my own, on the subject. All right, if you're on the phone, stay there. We're going to get to you when we come back. 246-0610, 888-922-0610.
I just know quick. It goes to a comment that Bob Davey made. He says we have to coach them up, not coach them down. And I think the same thing can be said when you're trying to present a message.
You got to coach the community
about your program.
Yeah, I think that's really good. When did you say that? Because that's really good.
Monday.
Okay. Yeah, it's really good. All right, fellas, if you found yourself feeling a little sluggish, maybe you don't have the energy that you used to have, or maybe you want to take care of hair loss, struggling with erectile dysfunction, weight loss, guys, you do not have to struggle anymore if you call New Mail. You can feel like you again. New Mail. It's not going away just by ignoring it, and certainly there's nothing to be ashamed of. Low T, erectile dysfunction, lack of energy, all of those things are natural when men reach a certain age, but you don't have to accept it. Call New Mail, 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688. You can feel better. Men everywhere have made the call. They're enjoying the benefits of New Mail's cutting-edge programs, the latest treatments that take care of low T, lack of energy, depression. New Mail's going to help you feel like you again. Call New Mail at 505-652-1688. They're right here in Albuquerque, and New Mail boasts fantastic success rates. What that means is guys, maybe like you, are regaining their strength, their confidence. If you're suffering from ED, depression, or just flat out tired of being tired, New Mail's for you. Make the call. New Mail, 505-652-1688, and feel better.
The Dan Patrick Show.
I just want to...
This Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch Green Chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rawlins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're
Broncos and Browns and
a lot of orange going on.
Well, it's Halloween.
Well, it is the theme.
Yeah, I got it. I get it.
The weekend going into fall, very autumn-like between the Browns and the Broncos.
You know, it's New Mexico. We can't get good candy. I mean, it is what it is. You're only getting candy corn, and there's no Reese's. I'm kidding. Go out and enjoy the Reese's. About good candy. All right, 2460610. 2 lines open. What? You're gonna eat all your kids' candy, aren't you?
I am. I've already gone off the wagon just a little bit this week. I had to get the candy corn.
Here comes
now
the
or never.
dad bod. Here it comes back.
I'll be all right.
Hello, Jim. Hello, Jim.
Morning, guys.
Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
All right.
How we doing?
All right.
Hello, Jim.
All right. Hello, Jim. All right.
So,
you gonna talk?
I think
I think Matt is right when you look back as kind of a thematic wrapping of the era. But what I think is really the contributor, when you look at the last 11 years or whatever it's been, like, there was a crater from the Loxley era, and you had to escape that crater to get back to even par. And I think in the moment, the larger contributing factor was the style of football that we used to bring the program back, in the sense that when they were winning, it was with the triple option, and that was during an era when really every college was moving towards,
the
spread or what have you, and we didn't do that. And I know in my small little meaningless world, like, during that era, I had trouble getting folks to go to the game because they're like, well, like, I don't want to just see 6 passes, right? And for me, it was fine. We were winning, and I was pumped. But I think in the moment, that was the larger issue of why we didn't escape the gravitational pull of the Loxley crater.
Because of the style of offense with which you were winning. It sounds like Rocky Long all over again. Yeah, we're winning, but we're only scoring 28 points, and we're not winning big enough.
Yeah, but it's more than that, right? Like, it was, while the world was progressing into the modern era, we were retreating back
I think
into
there's something
that
to it. I think it's garbage, but I think there's something to it.
No, I'm with you. I'm just saying people want to be entertained as part of the reason for attending.
And you're the number one rushing team in America with more chunk burst plays than anybody that 9-win year. They had more 30, 40, and 50-yard plays than any team in America. They led the nation in rushing, but it wasn't exciting enough.
Well, but again, like, in the year 1967, like, it would have been like front page news, but the era of college football was moving in a different direction, and I just think that was a contributing factor.
Fair enough. I'm not telling you're wrong, because I think you're right, and I think it stinks that it.
No. I just think it's important when we look back and kind of and on this era, like you said. They had those 2 years. They had the most wins in consecutive seasons.
That's right. Nobody cares
in UNM football history, and it just didn't catch. So you have to look at why it didn't catch.
Yeah, I think that's.
And now in the last 3 years, we are trying to figure out the new offensive identity, right? Because now we thought we could proceed to the next stage, which is to have a dynamic, spread, athletes in space offense.
And here we are.
Well, and to that point, I think sometimes that's a great moment for everyone to just be like, what are we doing here? You're scoring points, but you're not scoring points the way I would like you to score those points.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah,
right.
no, I'm with you, but also keep in mind, like, only 4 or 5 programs out of 100 and whatever it is, 20 something, were running the triple option at the time, right? So it's just, you're asking folks to go watch something that, like, the world has moved on from.
Yeah, and I get it. And it's like a San Diego State fan right now. I'm listening to them. Well, our offense, we've only scored 30 points once this year, and that was against New Mexico. Oh, you're 7-1 and you're ranked.
So really, it's not about winning.
It's about entertain me and win. Jim, good call.
Well, for a core group of fans, it is about winning. But then when you want to expand the pie, like, look at what United did. Like, it was about the experience and the fun for a fraction of folks.
Yeah, I think that's
right?
fair too.
And that is part of how you fill a stadium.
Yeah, that's good. All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I think he's right. I honestly, I think there's a big part of it that he's right. Well, yeah, we're winning, but who are we beating? We only beat them. We only won that bowl. We're not throwing the ball. All right, what are we here for? And I guess some people tell you we're here to entertain me. Throw the ball. Hello, Marty.
Morning, guys.
Look at you. Where the hell you been? Sorry.
Just working, fellas. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me.
Get my mornings tied up, and I just don't have an opportunity to call.
Glad you're in.
And I apologize.
Yeah, you should.
I sort of agree with that, but if you look at, like, United, is the play on the pitch that great? I don't know. Maybe. Because he's talking about actual players. When you're talking about the system, you're talking about players versus, the stadium, the environment. I think those are two separate things. I think UNM could do better on that end. But I think, personally, I can only go off of what I see. I just feel like there's just been so much inconsistency in the quarterback position. I keep saying that, but I think that is an issue with New Mexico football, and it's been an issue. If you look at some of the other schools in the Mountain West, they always seem to have stability at that position. I think that, in large part, is the reason why this program has been so inconsistent. The Gauchi, that was a good little run, but he couldn't throw the football.
Couldn't stay healthy.
And then eventually the injuries caught up to him because he took a beating. Then you couldn't really fill his shoes, and to me, as a fan, that's all I see and I think Coach Davey would agree with me, that there's been such an inconsistency in the quarterback position. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter which coach you bring in, if they don't get that solved, and you look at the NFL, you can make that argument for so many organizations, the Browns, the Bungles. I mean, you can go on and on and on. It doesn't matter what level of football. If you don't have that quarterback position set, it's going to be a problem. That's just me. That's what I see, and I think that's going to be a continued problem for New Mexico, regardless of all the other stuff that I can't control as a fan.
Right.
I can't control the budget. I don't care about that. I have no say in that. I have no bark in that. All that stuff doesn't mean squat to me. Is put it on the field, get a damn good quarterback. You've recruited pretty good linemen, great skill position.
It's the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by the Spark Cash Card, Capital One's business credit card. What's in your wallet? It's Halloween, so what kind of horror flicks do you enjoy most? Are you a defensive coordinator who gets nightmares watching Lamar Jackson turn the scripted NFL game into an improvisational sandlot pickup contest? Hey, we also have highlight clips from Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes that will make your hair stand on end. Maybe you're an offensive coordinator in the NFL. Let's get some candy corn and watch Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack. How about Nick Bosa and all those first-round picks driving the 49ers' new gold rush? Chiller theater, if you ask me. Come on, now bring on the Patriots linebackers, a.k.a. the Boogeymen. They even had Jets quarterback Sam Darnold admit to seeing ghosts, which shouldn't be surprising for a Jets franchise that has been haunted for half a century. I know that for a fact. Happy Halloween, everyone. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Hi, my name's Christina Stumble, and I own Farm Girl Flowers in San Francisco. With my Spark Cash Card from Capital One, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchases. Last year, I redeemed $115,000 in cash back. Yeah, $115,000. And that doubled our digital marketing budget for the summer. Thanks to my Spark Card, we had our best summer yet. Imagine what the Spark Card from Capital One could do for your business. What's in your wallet?
Real Capital One customers pay for real stories. Credit approval required.
Ordering online? Just click and your purchase appears at your doorstep. But the vehicles that move your order, trucks, jets, and ships, create a lot of greenhouse gas emissions. That's why ExxonMobil and Synthetic Genomics are developing algae biofuels that can reduce emissions from all those trucks, jets, and ships by half. The upshot? A future where your deliveries are just as convenient and greener. Learn more at energyfactor.com.
4K a day. Your chance to win big just by listening to us. Listen weekdays for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the keyword to 95819 and you could win $1,000. What can you do with the money? Anything you want. Message and data rates may apply. 4K a day, sponsored locally by Fiesta Kia. A huge selection and a doggone great deal. Get ready to win on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Vicks VapoCool Drops. Oh, great. A sore throat keeping me from my extremely lucrative voiceover job talking about throat drops. Thanks, universe. Might as well try these Vicks VapoCool Drops. Wow, these VapoCool Drops are amazing. That's not candy dressed up like a throat drop. That's a super cooling Vapo Power Rush. It's like... Yes, I don't know where that's coming from, but yes. Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool Drops. Uses directions.
Sharing is superior caring. Dove cares for her and cares for him with a special offer for Dove Body Wash and Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. When you buy a Dove Body Wash for her, you get a Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash for him for free. Care for her, care for him. Look for a coupon in this week's Sunday paper and use it to save and share Dove Body Wash for her and him, and to take care of everyone's skin.
Have a spooktacular Halloween this year by planning ahead and not driving drunk. The Sports Animal is partnered with Ron Bell Injury Lawyers, the City of Albuquerque, the Department of Family and Community Services, and Uber to help end DWI. Open the Uber app now and enter the code ABQTreat19. After the party, request an Uber and we'll pay up to $10 for your ride. This offer is free to the first 1,000 people who use the code between noon on October 25th and 3 a.m. on November 1st. Together, we can end DWI.
He had the nation dancing.
Isleta Resort and Casino presents Chubby Checker.
Hey, let's do the limbo rock. 3 p.m. matinee show, Sunday, November 24th.
It's party time! Get up! All seats just $25. Get authentic tickets at the Isleta box office or Isleta.com.
Chubby Checker. 3 p.m. Sunday, November 24th.
At Isleta Resort and Casino, where the fun begins.
Things aren't great, and she knows it. But you're not alone. You may be one of the millions of men suffering from low testosterone and/or erectile dysfunction. If you're fatigued, having trouble losing weight, are irritable, or even depressed, or more concerning, having difficulty obtaining or maintaining an erection, we should talk, because there's hope. At NewMel Medical Center, we decided it was time to give men real solutions to their most real problems, centered around face-to-face, confidential, comprehensive, compassionate, and personalized care. With our individually effective ED treatments, cutting-edge testosterone replacement therapies, and our never-ending drive to help men feel like themselves again, we know great mornings are just around the corner.
For great mornings, call NewMale Medical at 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688. Or visit them at newmail.com. That's NUMALE.com.
Right now, the Home Depot makes replacing your old carpet easy. With more styles and colors to choose from, there's no better time to buy. With free installation on any carpet purchase of $499 or more, all by licensed local pros. Backed for life. Today is the day for doing and saving with free carpet installation only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. For a limited time, $4.99 minimum purchase required. Typically $6.99. For license information, visit homedepot.com/license numbers. Valid through November 6, 2019.
Upgrade your commute with Audible. Get 100% ad-free listening anytime, anywhere with the Audible app. Be inspired by Mel Robbins' Take Control of Your Life, Malcolm Gladwell's Talking to Strangers, and Rachel Hollis's Girl Stop Apologizing. Or listen to Stephen King's latest thriller, The Institute, on your commute. Use the app to hear an amazing story or learn something new, and let Audible give you the edge. Download the Audible app, start a free 30-day trial, and your first audiobook is on us.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hey, keep them coming. A lot of good, well thought out stuff. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Jerry, thank you for holding. Good morning.
Good morning, Jeff.
How's it, Jerry?
I haven't listened to the entire morning's conversation, but just a little bit recently. But I want to start with the big picture football and then put it down to the small picture Lobo football. Okay. If that's okay.
Yeah.
Big picture wise, if Craig Thompson and all the other non-power conference commissioners don't get together and quit being a pawn for all the Power Five, where it's going to get even worse, and it's gotten worse every year since the BCS was started. And just one point is, you can't play these games for $1 million. You got to play them for $2 or $3 or $4 or $5 million. Number one.
Okay.
You got to quit giving it away and sacrificing for these big Power 5 schools in football. Number one. And then on the smaller basis, UNM football has never been supported here. Even when Rocky Long had good teams, But at least we were getting 20, 25,000 people. Now, we don't get any. Nobody cares.
Okay.
So nobody has ever shown me the numbers on why, if we go down from Division I to 1A, get in the big sky where we can compete, where New Mexico belongs and New Mexico State belongs, that's to me our only hope.
So let me ask you this, Jerry.
Game.
Okay, let me a couple of things. First of all, why do you think people are going to go out and watch you play Idaho State and Weber State more than they're going to watch now? And what makes you think the Big Sky wants you? And what's that going to do to basketball?
Good point. Basketball will join their conference. Hell, it's about as good. You know, we're a one-bid conference in basketball. One bid. That's it. That's what the Big Sky is. Well, number two, I don't think they are going to go watch Idaho State or Idaho. They're not going to go watch San Diego State, so they don't care.
Yeah, no, that's
So
right.
It's better than not having football.
Okay. Yeah, I don't
But
think
you show me the numbers for what do we lose if we leave Division I, subtracting how much we are losing right now.
Okay.
In Lobo football.
Yeah, I think those numbers tilt in the favor, but I'll try to dig those up, Jerry, and get you some of those. And I appreciate your call because it's well thought out.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you, man.
I think the numbers the numbers that come in from football, television revenue, bowl revenue, shared bowl revenue, would really hurt to not have, and that's why you saw football was reported to turn a profit last year. The overall department struggled, but the football numbers are real. Sean, good morning.
Hey, good morning. So I really think the only solution for this is if we combine both schools into one.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, here's kind of my take. I call BS on everybody saying, "Oh, it's not entertaining enough," because when I was at school at NMSU, we had Hal Mummy as the coach, and we scored 50-plus points a game, and then you lose, by 3 points. Right. So you're giving up 55 when you're scoring 52. I'll tell you, the thing that's not entertaining is losing.
Yep.
Winning is entertaining. I think you have to build a consistent winner. I think UNM moving away from the triple option was a bad idea. Yes, people weren't coming out like they probably should have because that was an exciting offense, but you have that consistency for a few years where you're winning 7, 8, 9 games a year. All of a sudden people start noticing. You can't tell me that if you're looking at, the 49ers right now. Now I know NFL is a completely different product, but they're number 2 in rushing and they play really good defense. You can't tell me that isn't an entertaining team. They just get out there, they run the ball. They only ask Clark Kent to throw the ball like 13 times a game, and they're winning. I guess I'm kind of tired of the coaches being like, we need facilities.
Yep.
We had Doug Martin saying, "Oh, we need an indoor practice facility in Las Cruces, New Mexico, where it gets 363 days a year of sunshine because the field was wet." Well, guess what? You went in the next week and played a team where it was raining, and you got smoked. I mean, I guess we need to realize what we are. I think we need to
take advantage of it. Realize who you are and take advantage of it. Find the positives in it and play the positives in it, and
Exactly.
stop looking at the negatives and using those as a crutch.
Yep, I agree.
All right, man. No, good call.
Okay.
That's sentiment, and that's Matt's email, somewhat in a phone call, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's from the other side, an Aggie fan saying, "Hey, we spread it out through the football a ton, and we didn't win, and people didn't go to the games either."
Yeah,
So.
yeah. No, winning helps. Deutsch said, "Tired of excuses, Jeff. Whether it's no 2-platoon football in the '60s, students not going to the games, Lobo athletics being a financial black hole, or Lobo football being hard to watch because of a boring offense. It sounds like a lot of OD callers aren't really fans; they're just done with the program. I don't know if I believe with that. I don't know. They're not really fans. I do." I'm starting to hear they're done with football as it's constructed, but I also am hearing that people want something to come back to. Are you hearing that? I'm hearing that give me something to grasp onto, because I am hearing that. David said attendance, Rockies last year, the average attendance was 29,000, and all the previous years it was at least that much and more. So there was support when there was a winning tradition. You take 25,000 now, winning at what you all, well, not you all, at what some people consider a boring level was something to go to. And I think, I'd like to think, how about this? I'd like to think, because we bottomed out twice now here, that you realize you're not competing with Alabama. You're not competing with UCLA and USC and Michigan, but you want to compete with San Diego State and Colorado State and Nevada and Wyoming.
And that goes back to when I say re-energize, get people back, I'm looking at 25,000. A decent show. And I'm not sitting here saying you're getting 30, 35,000. That's not realistic. You look at the landscape of Group of 5 college football right now, there's challenges. So can you get some buzz back? Can you get to that number? And it's going to take, of course, consistency from the football program, but also fans willing to buy back in a little bit early on. And I'm not saying settling, but it's realistic expectations. You're competing with the Mountain Division.
That's right.
There's quality programs in the Mountain
Utah
Division.
State, Wyoming, Boise State,
if you compete
Air
with
Force,
them,
Colorado
you
State.
start picking off some of those wins. Those are good wins.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you. Dan says there needs to be a division between Power 5 and FCS, where Nevada, Lobos, Wyoming, UTEP, New Mexico State, with their facilities, their resources, can legitimately have a chance to win a national championship if they have a special season. They're never going to be able to find the resources to catch lightning in a bottle for a year or two, let alone compete with the big boys year in and year out. So they need to quit trying to keep up with Alabama and Texas. I don't think they're trying to keep up with Alabama and Texas. But I tell you this about budgets, and I believe it to be the same with facilities. If you stay stagnant, you fall behind, right? Just, with budgets, if you keep a flat budget, you're falling behind because the cost of everything's going up. If your facilities stay the same as they were a decade and a half ago, you're falling behind because everybody else is improving. Good stuff. Really good stuff today. Tomorrow? What day is tomorrow?
It's Friday.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow's Friday.
Ho!
All right, be careful on Halloween today. Go out and enjoy yourself. Be careful. Bundle up. Great job, Jason, on the ProView side. Host
30.
Terrific, as always. Jim Rome Show is next. The Dan Patrick Show's after that. The Sports Bars this afternoon at 3. You get the 49ers and Cardinals tonight, 6 o'clock here on
20.
All right, go pick up your sweatshirt.
Oh, I will.
I think your new sweatshirt's ready. JJ may have a new Level Red tomorrow.
Be able to stay warm.
That's right. Go enjoy.
10.
Be good to each other. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing, please. See you tomorrow.